We are live. What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody?
How's it going?
How's everything going, y'all?
All right, all
What's
right.
going on, guys?
You
Yeah,
got
I just like to do the introduction right when we come on, so the people that go back and rewatch it, they don't just see us sitting here waiting for people. All right, so we got it. We live. I mean, y'all can go ahead and let's do what we usually do on the platform. You feel me? Let's get this shared out real quick to everybody like usual, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this going. Yeah, here we go. Share. What's going on? What's going on with everybody tapping in, man? When y'all come in, y'all make sure y'all drop y'all kennel name and location in the comments. Y'all know how we do over here. First thing we do is share, 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 get it out there, and then we finna get into a topic that I think is gonna be very interesting. And definitely hearing from the ICBR. This is definitely gonna be a good live, man. Good live. Hopefully we can get some education from the judges.
yeah,
Um,
great education.
there you go. Oh, and for y'all that don't know me that's on here, I'm just gonna say, bro, if ain't nobody else talking, I'ma talk. You feel me? I mean, so don't be afraid to interrupt me. You feel me? Let me see. Bang, bang, bang. What
You got
up,
new
everybody?
things with ICBR coming up. I do know that the things that come out from that they've been posting already for the year 2023.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
man. We already locked in like 24 shows in different locations for 2023.
Well, that's putting in
So
that's putting in work.
Ready? Where can I find
Uh,
that live with Robert McCormick, Robert and Con? Oh,
so if y'all can start off by telling us who you are individually, a little bit about yourselves and what who you represent.
go ahead, Terry.
well, I'm the owner of the ICBR. Our whole thing is with the ICBR, we try and give everybody a real good place to baby show their dogs, and also be judged fairly. So you know what I'm saying. So I got my head partner, best friend, Tim Sinclair, which we thought of this registry probably 5 6 years ago, but I just put it in place within the last year or so. So there you go, Tim.
Yeah. So about 6 years ago, um, like me and Terry used to talk all the time in the morning. He used to call me because I was paralyzed, so I really couldn't do that much. So he was driving trucks, and we would talk all the time. And he was like, "Look, Tim, I got a vision that I want to put in place. The ICBR." He said, I want it to be a registry where everybody can come and show, and not just bully breeds, but all breeds. So, um, like about a year, 2 years ago, we started putting it into work and got the logo design and everything, and they would just build it from there, you know. And well, like I said, I'm Tim Sinclair. I'm the director of judges for the ICBR, but I also judge for the WBR, the BBCR, um, the ABW overseas, and I judge for the can't even remember right off the top of my head. There it's like I judge for 6 registries. So I travel judging, and I help Terry run a lot of stuff with the ICBR. So, and then we got Anthony, the dean. He's also on too. Go ahead, explain Anthony. Is he on? Can you hear?
oh, I think he clicked off.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
he
think.
technical difficulty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know,
right.
I don't know if it's StreamYard or just personally things that just be happening, bro. But sometimes people get off and come back on.
Yeah. So with the ICBR, like I said, it's an innovative canine breeders registry. We're an all breed registry. We accept all breeds. Like I said, we've had a lot of AKC breeds at our show. We a lot of our a majority of our judges are AKC showers. And then we have the bully breeders also. Well, a lot of them that deal with the bullies, and they deal with other breeds, as we already know. Because a lot of us don't just breed American bullies or bully breeds, as like the English Bulldog, French Bulldog. We have people that breed Doberman, Rottweilers, German Shepherds. So with the ICBR, they can bring all of those breeds to the ICBR and show because they're accepted in the registry. It's kind of like the AKC, but we have the bully breeds. You know what I'm saying? So the bully breeds can show also.
So let's say this, man. With all the registries that's already out here, with everything that's going on with registries, every time a new registry pop up, they're promising something different and this and that. What gave you guys the idea, or what did you guys think you were going to do different from the registries that were already out here?
Well, for one, you ain't got to tell a story about your pedigree. For one, it's because we single dog registered dogs. For another one, it's like a lot of the registries, they do it their way. We kind of do it our way. But the way we do it is we give everybody a chance, no matter what breed you got, whether it's like Tim said, English Toy Spaniel or whatever the breed is. So when you look in our ring, you liable to see any kind of breed. There's over 1,000 different breeds out there. So so every breed is welcome. And we even got one for the like the handicapped kids, so they can bring their dogs in, the special need dogs, all different kind of dogs, anything with companionship.
Right.
Got you.
Yeah.
You got you. So
And the cool thing about it is we took it back old school where it's a family oriented environment. We don't like all the drugs and stuff, the smoking and all that. We try to minimize that so people can bring their family out. Like our junior handlers program, which Stephanie runs, the kids show free. We only ask a $10 fee to sign up so they can keep up with their points for the nationals coming up. So we'll see which junior handler has all the points to win nationals. So we took it back to where you can come and network and you don't have to worry about a lot of drama and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? No favoritism.
Right.
Because with me as the director of judges, when you step in that ring, if we get a complaint or something, you're gonna get suspended or you're gonna be gone.
You're fired. Yep.
Yes, we don't play, we don't do no shortcuts. You gone.
So what about, and when you say get a complaint, does this have to be at a show, or what about what about you guys as judges coming online and their integrity and things like that are being compromised and compromising you guys as registry? What about things like that? Is that cause for suspension, or how do you guys handle those type of things that happen?
Oh yeah, we discipline. See, and here's the thing about it. People say they're ICBR judge, but if you want to know the real staff, only thing you got to do is click on the website.
Right.
And most of our judges
don't. Right, and you don't come a judge overnight neither. It's it's a lot go with that.
Yeah, we have a judge. We have a judge program that you have to graduate out of before you become a judge. And see, here's the thing: you won't see most of our judges on live. You probably see Anthony on the live. Every now and then you'll see Mike, but you'll see me all the time, like doing my skits and stuff. But most of our judges, they just share the stuff and they're not on live like that.
Right. And then a lot of our judges too, we had a lot of people come from UKC, we had a lot of people come from the AKC, we had a lot of people come from ABKC, like different registries. A couple senior judges came over from other registries. So it's not like somebody just walk up and say, hey, I want to be a judge, and you're a judge. It don't happen like that.
You got to have the credentials and the knowledge, because that's what, here's the thing about it. When you step in that ring, you got to be able to explain the questions, answer the questions that people ask you. You just can't blow them no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because people know their breeds and people know their dog.
Right. And then too, one thing about my registry that I see about that we do different from a lot of registries, we keep the book, the breeder's book, in the ring at all times. So that way they want to see it. They want it. I mean, it's a lot to try to learn all the standards and like off top of your head sometimes. But you got the book in there. Just go to the book, look at the breed standard that's written from the ICBR, and there you go. Refresh your mind and then go back in.
Do you guys have a point system?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So you guys wouldn't happen to have any cards with your point system on it, or is that something you guys keep just personally to yourself? Because what I've seen a lot of times in registries is they say they operate on a point system, but shit, where is it? I mean, where's these points being added or deducted from? We never see it.
We have a
Right.
point
So
system. It's actually on the website, and we have
right.
them printed out, and it's in the books, the breeders, the breed standard, which we carry with us. So if people come up and ask what's the new people, they say what's the point system. I have it saved in my phone, and I can forward it right to them at that
Gotcha.
moment.
Right. And then too, I got a guy that's in the middle of it's a trial what he doing right now for the ICBR. So it's a how is it? It's a new system that he coming up with that no other registry got, and it's gonna be off a code. You know, like the barcode. So
Yeah.
if you want to
Barcode.
scan, so if you want to scan, yeah. So if you want to scan the barcode and see what kind of points you got already in the registry, you'll be able to do that at the shows. Or I think he said that you'll be able to go to the website and be able to scan the code too as well. And whatever dog that you got entered within your name will pop up.
Okay.
Nice. Nice. That is
Yeah,
definitely different.
right. So he in the process of doing that for us. And like I said, we got all kind of new things that's coming on right now.
Yeah, we got we're actually working on regionals. So each
Right,
region of the United States will have their own regional,
right,
and it'll work up to nationals. And then also we're doing where the Philippines and Ireland have their own nationals because a lot of people can't travel to the United States to the ICBR nationals. So we'll be hosting their own nationals in the other countries that have their own nationals.
Can
right.
you expound on that? Because I know that's a recent thing that you put out. Can you expound on the Philippines, which is a great thing? The show coming up, and Ireland.
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
We already had 4 shows in Ireland already. Mark Davis hosts our shows in Ireland. He has a great team over there for the ICBR. We also have Philippines, Mr. Jansen and Rolando and Lior. They're
hmm,
the ambassadors in the Philippines. We also have 4 judges in the Philippines. So we
right.
got a double show August 13 and 14 in the Philippines. It's a double ICBR show. It's a 2-day event that'll be going down here in a couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
what
And with
what will happen
and with
is,
that being said too, over there in the Philippines, I didn't mean to cut you off here, but
oh, you okay?
the show they having in the Philippines is so big that they already had to move 2 different venues. You know, they had the venue they got now, they gonna have over 300 booths, and they already sold out. So they
Man,
thinking about
So they're look,
removing again to a bigger venue.
that's
yes.
awesome. Then
So like we have, man, I can't even remember how many dogs we have registered in the Philippines. It's a lot,
Yeah, it's a lot,
and
lot.
Ireland also.
Right,
And now we just moved over to Trinidad, which Anthony is heading up ICBR Trinidad. And then we also
right.
working on I can't remember the other one.
With it, and like Tim said, within the first year, and in the Philippines, within that first year that we got started, we had over $7,000 registered in the Philippines. And I forgot exactly what the number was for the first year in Ireland, but it was high. But in the United States, we had over $13,000 registered in the United States within our first
How
year.
long has the ICBR been around?
Um,
March
what,
this
yeah,
year
since
we hit a year.
right,
We just hit a year back in March.
that's a big
right,
move. That's a
So
big.
what does
yeah.
it take? So what does it take for somebody to be able to throw a show under the ICBR?
Well, it's simple. All thing you do, you contact the secretary Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and then you tell them what you're trying to do, and she'll coach you through your ribbon order, 10 wheel as well, your ribbon order, and your location. They got to be within 100 miles of the next show and 30 days prior to any show that's around them. And then I think the fee like $200 fee, and then there
That's
you go.
it,
You hire your judges and your reps. Yes, sir. We ain't out here trying
Yes.
to break nobody. Yeah, we
man.
ain't.
Hey, y'all heard what he said, man. Hey, ICBR show coming to Cali, Russell.
We
Right,
actually have
right.
one of our head judges out there.
Yeah,
and Cali.
Kalina.
Rebecca Harris.
Right, her and we also got Kalina out there, and Kalina
Yes.
right now president. She looking for a spot in Vegas, another spot in Vegas, and a spot in California. So we can might bring one out there before the end of the year.
Okay.
Ruel asked,
So
yes,
y'all,
Ruel, our judges can judge fun shows also. And here's the thing with us. We don't put no stipulation on our judges. If our judges want to judge
Right,
for another registry, we allow that. We don't hold them in the block. Just like me, I judge for 6 different registries. We allow judges to judge fun shows. If they judge for another registry, that's fine also. Because we're not gonna hold them and put no a limitation on them. We want them to grow. Because when
right.
they're judging for another registry, that'll look at people coming over to our registry and showing also.
so how do
Right.
you guys
So
keep that?
like, but
Oh, go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, just like Tim said, at the end of the day, a lot of our judges we like to show. I mean, I show them forever. Tim done shown forever. I was an ABKC judge for like 7 years, and then I show a lot of AKC. I'm one of the few that showed the bully breed that done produce and that produce AKC grand champions and champions. And I also had a dog that was in top 13 as well. My specialty breed is French Bulldogs. I won the national breed for the French Bulldog 2 years in a row, and then finished number one 1 year in a row. Then I won nationals
And,
for BBCR. Well,
So
mhm.
have you guys
And BRC Global.
right.
been in the ring judging any exotics?
Do what
Could
now?
you repeat that again?
Yeah, have either one of you guys been in the ring judging any exotics in the ICBR?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
judge
Yes,
exotics
sir.
when I judge for the
I
BRC
own
Global.
I own several different breeds. I got exotics from 12 down myself.
Oh,
I personally own. I got like so many different breeds. I just to tell you some of the breeds I personally own. I own, and some of the breeds you might not even be familiar with. I own the CQ, which is Chinese Ching Kwong dogs. I own English Toy Spaniels, which it's only like three breeders in the United States that got them. I own Dobermans, Bull Mastiffs, French Mastiffs, um,
English Bulldog.
um, English Bulldog, Poodles. Um, dang, what else I got out there?
Frenchies.
Yeah, of course, Frenchies. I got a lot of Frenchies. Exotics and show dogs. And I got some blood off some of the number one dogs like Innocent Man and Kobe. I can name a lot of them, but back to your exotics, yeah, I got the exotics. I got bull ace blood. I got all kind of stuff. So
Can you explain to the viewers that's listening about what the different classes for the exotics, the micros that you have in the ICBR?
Okay,
um,
we have 2 classes for the we have the toy, which is 12 and under, and then we have the standard, which is 12 and up. That's the 2 classes we have for the exotic class. It's broken down like that. So it's just like they
right,
have the micro, and then they have the standard for the other. See, because when you doing a registry, you can't name it the same as everybody else. So you have to be
right,
different, even with the standard. Like a lot of for our other breeds that comes off the AKC standard per AKC, but we had to put it in our own words. So we're not
right. So you don't get
plagiarizing
sued.
their
Right.
standard. Yeah, you don't get sued.
standards, but the name of the dog. How can you guys not name something the same when none of that shit can be copyrighted or trademarked?
No, you can
As
name the
far as
dog the
what?
same, but you
The
can have
class?
like for like Doberman, you can name them the same, but you can't have the same exact standard what they wrote.
Yeah,
So you
gotcha.
got to
Okay.
tweak the words here and there. You got to tweak them a little bit. Yeah, you can't put
Now,
down word for word.
now, see, so I'm an exotic breeder, slash Brahma breeder. So,
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
We
I'm,
got
def- I'm
we got
definitely
Brahma bulls. We got Brahma bulls that's shown under
Right.
that have shown in our registry.
Okay. So my question to you guys is: a lot of people that come from the American bully community that happens to like exotics. When you step into a ring with them, I've heard some things that I kind of disagree with, like a high rear, like it's okay. You feel me? So I heard a judge, and I'm not gonna say no name, but I heard a judge say, well, if the dog was more extreme in the front, whether it had a high, if it had a high rear, and the other dog wasn't as extreme with a clean top line, that other dog would win. So how do you guys view the exotic? Is my question. Do you guys view the exotic like easty west high rear is fine, it's okay, you can have it, or is it more like, we understand it, but we don't prefer it?
It's more like we understand it, but we don't prefer it. See, the exotic too is still a developing breed. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So with that, you have to take, and it all goes back down to breed type. If the dog does not possess breed type, it does not fit the breed standard. So a lot of people think there's not a written standard for the exotics, but actually, James Stowe was the first one to write the exotic standard.
Yeah.
So I used to judge with James in the BRC Global, so I've always picked his brain about the exotics, and he used to come and judge for me when I hosted BRC Global show. So I've sat down with him a couple of times and picked his brain, and that's how he kind of went off his standard, but did our own words. You know what I'm saying? You can't copyright everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's still a developing breed, and like I said, people are breeding for the betterment of it, as you can say. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, but it's still a developing breed, like the American Bully was in its beginning days. Listen, this is what people don't understand. Every breed started somewhere. Every single breed started somewhere.
So you got to think like when so you got to think like in 2008 when the ABKC first came around, after Doc Holliday had it. Just to give you a little education on the ABKC. So when Doc Holliday had it, and Dave Wilson them and Cruz Milmo and all of them got their hands on ABKC, the dogs that were preferred then, it looked like classic / American pit bulls. But
and it was allowed to have a roach back.
Right, and then you look at the dogs now, what they got. I mean, you pretty much almost a standard looking American Bully with a lot of bulldog traits and features.
Yeah,
so
but
everything got to start from somewhere.
I believe that those traits really started coming in back then, because like I said, when they so-called quote mixed Razor's Edge with Gotti, and you started getting dogs like Corrupt and all of them that have more of the bulldog features, that's when I believe say, it came. But in my opinion, man, that was some bulldog shit with some Razor's Edge.
Right. I mean, even the dogs like Health and all of them back then, they started adding more bone, more head, more body. I was a part of all that when all this stuff right here was going on. And like I said, I've been with ABK since 2008 when it first started up and helped build from there.
Yeah. I thought the
So what
I feel it. So as far as, what do you guys personally as judges, because I know you guys can't speak for every judge that you guys have, but I guess we'll start with Terry. What do you look for when you're in there and you're judging a dog? Let's just use that exotic, for instance. What exactly is it you're looking for?
Well, first I'm looking for breed type. That's the number one thing. Everything go back to breed type, no matter the exotic, classic, or whatever. Everything comes from breed type. You're looking for the bone. You're looking for whatever the height requirement for whichever exotic class it is. You're looking for. Me personally, I don't really look for a lot of the better functioning moving dogs. I look for more of the breed type of the dog, because the breed is still new. It's still growing. I seen some exotics that can move really good. I seen some, they got 5 steps in them, but because they got 5 steps in them, don't take away from the breed from the breed standard though.
Okay, that's interesting. And go ahead. So you, Timothy, what do you look for when you're judging the exotic class?
See, the first thing we have to look at is you got to look at the dog, because exotic is not a bloodline; it's a look. First of all, and a lot of these dogs, even I have a dog out there with exotic blood in it, but he's a 102-pound American Bully. But he's 5-time Bullseye, 5 times Dax, 5 times Miyagi. He's an extreme American Bully. So the first thing I look at, and I move people. If your dog look like American Bully, it's an American Bully. It's not exotic, because exotic is a look. It's not the bloodline. And that's where we have to teach more people that it's a look. It's not the bloodline. Because your dog can have Miyagi in it. Look, okay, for example, Anthony Gray got Grand Champion Major. He's a Miyagi son. And he looks just like he's an American Bully. He's a Grand Champion in the ABKC. So that's the first thing when they step in my ring. If it don't have the look of the exotic, it gets moved to the American Bully. Because that's the only way that's the only way we can separate the breed. If we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it separated with exotics and American Bullies. We're gonna have to separate that.
So do you feel a train wreck means exotic? Because I see a lot of people, they'll breed a pocket to another pocket, create a dog that doesn't fit the pocket standard with no tail, smashed in face, but
no,
really,
that's not what it is. that's not what it is. I actually Three Amigos will tell you, he's seen me move dogs out of classes that look like them. They look like American Bullies, but they was like, no, it's got exotic blood. The blood don't mean anything. It's about the look. The exotic has its own look, and that's where we have to separate that at, because it's a, you know what I'm saying? We have to keep those lines clean and clear if we're gonna separate the breeds like that. Because just because even in exotic, you already know you can breed exotic blood and you can get American one that look like American Bully. We all know that because it has American Bully bloodlines in it, and it's not. Well, sometimes you're gonna have throwbacks in that litter that's gonna come out with American Bully look like American Bully, and then you have other ones in that litter look like exotic.
Exactly.
And that's what we gotta teach the people. So when they step in our ring, we make sure they go in the right class where they're gonna have the best chance to win. Because if your dog don't look like an exotic, it's not gonna win because it don't fit that standard.
Yeah, but see, I think, but when they say exotic is a look, and then you have people that say, well, hey, you can have a 27-inch exotic. I just personally don't believe that's true, and I think they feel that way because
I ain't never seen a 27-inch exotic. I'm just telling you, I've judged everywhere. Spain, I've been everywhere, and I ain't never seen
people just consider an exotic a dog with a smashed muzzle, no tail, underbite, and some bowls and easty westy feet. I think that's
not what it is. Yeah, but that's not what it is.
See, I think a lot of people take the fun show in the ring, the sanction show, and they're using different methods, different standards. You know, so the fun show, they're looking at more of the features than they are anything else compared to the ring.
Yeah, and it's a different, that's like I try to explain to everybody. The fun show is what it is, a fun show. But when you get in that sanction show, your dog is going up against that breed standard that's in black and white. So when I'm in the ring, I put every single dog that's in that ring in the silhouette of its breed. Because, you know, you got the French Bulldog silhouette, American Bully silhouette. If you stick that dog in that silhouette, it will show you everything that sticks out that does not belong there.
Right.
Now think about that. You take your dog, stick it in the exotic or the American Bully silhouette, it will show you everything that's sticking out. That includes if it's got short upper forearms, which is, see, here's what people don't understand. If your dog got short upper forearms, it's automatically going to have a high rear. There's no way around that. Right. Because you have length in the front. You have shortened the front length of his legs.
So that means the dog can't be balanced.
Yeah, it's not going to be balanced because it's sitting, you know what I'm saying? Because
so now, as an exotic breeder, a lot of people disagree with me when I say this, but I don't feel an exotic can gait properly. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like a micro exotic can gait properly at all.
Okay. I agree with you sometimes with some of it, but I have seen, but they would not gait properly and fluently. Like that's it. What they won't gait fluently. Okay. For example, like on the live I said last night, and this is why I try to get people to understand. You take a bodybuilder and a little person, because they didn't want me to say midget, and you
There
take a little person and you make them run against each other. That little person is not going to run like that, the bodybuilder. And the bodybuilder is not going to run like a sprinter, because each one body features are different. They're built different. Now take that in consideration. Take that in consideration with these dogs. You understand what I'm saying? If all of us get in a race and run, we all got different body features. You know what I'm saying? We're built different. We're not going to all run the same.
Yeah, but see, that's what I tell people. I think exotics, you have exotics out there that can gait properly for what they are. I can agree with that. But when you start to talk about dogs that are gaiting in real show rings, an AKC ring or a UKC ring, I'm like, no, I don't believe they can do that. I just don't.
Not fluently like that. I agree. Not fluently.
Yeah.
There'll be a little chop. It'll be a little chop. But you got to understand, you got a lot of muscle on a super small frame with short legs.
Right.
It's not going to be able to move fluently.
There's no way possible.
Like flow. There's always going to be choppiness. I'm no offense, guys. You ever seen on some of these lives or the little shows, you see these midgets running and they feet out to the side and they trying to run as fast as they can? That's kind of how you do with the exotics. You understand? I'm not making fun, but
he meant little people.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, little people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it in a perspective so everybody can understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just like me. I can't run like I used to run when I was in the Marine Corps. I got more mass on me now. I'm weighing 30, 35, 40 more pounds than I ran in the Marine Corps. I can run 3 miles in like 16 minutes. Now, I ain't running nowhere. I'm just running to the table to eat. But see, I couldn't keep up with myself. Back then.
WKRK9 on YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube people that's following us, watching this right now. He said, what is considered a DQ in the ring and ICBR?
As far as what? For which breed?
I want to take and leave and come back in because I can't hear what y'all saying on some of it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave and come right back in.
Okay. Let's just use the American Bully. What's considered a DQ on an American Bully in the ring?
DQ on American Bully. I mean, it's okay. There's a lot of them. Like, here's the thing: what a lot of people miss, like a Rajah. And that goes across almost all the breeds. A oldie, it's a DQ on an oldie. English Bulldog, American Bully. A lot of exotics have Rajah and hanging tongue syndrome, but we never talk about it.
Can you expound on that, because that is a big thing within the exotics as far as the tongues, and Robert likes to call it the fruit roll up.
It's the fruit roll up, and what happens with that is, like, the face would be considered the paper, right? And then the candy just roll the fuck out and hang way over here about this tall.
It's called hanging tongue syndrome, is what it's called. And that's where the tongue is so much longer that it can't go back in. Some American Bullies have it. I've actually shown a female about 9 years ago that had it. And like her tip of her tongue, and you have to push it in when you get ready to show her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she had an elongated tongue. And that's and it comes from the English Bulldog. That's the same thing with a lot of English Bulldogs have the Rajah and stuff like that, and hanging tongue syndrome.
Yeah, but at what point do you say you got two dogs with them fruit roll-ups? Like, I don't consider the little tongue a fruit roll-up. I gotta come up with a name.
You're talking about the one that hangs out on the side.
Yeah, so at what point, if you had a male like that and a female like that, would you suggest breeding those dogs together?
I wouldn't breed them. I'll pet home them. That's just me. Because I have English Bulldog.
Do you consider that as a genetic fault?
Yeah. It comes from the English Bulldog.
Okay.
Yeah, but how come we're starting to see more of that shit now than excuse my language, but how come we're starting to see more of that now than we did? Because
they're mixing more English Bulldogs.
Everybody trying to add the Bulldog in to bring more bone and girth, bigger rib cage and stuff like that. But it is some breeders out here doing it the right way though.
Yeah, because I was
Right?
gonna
Some
say, 'cause
breeders out here doing it the right way.
when a lot of people blame it on the bulldog, I like to refer to the Brahma community. You don't see a lot of them elongated tongues in the Brahma community. You feel me?
because it's
When you,
not bred heavily. See,
but
when
they
you
bred
take
after they bred English bulldog to bully English bulldog back to Lapahar. They bring English bulldog to everything over there, and
because
we
you got the outcrosses though,
yeah.
Right.
the Lapaharts and all that. Those are the outcrosses. But you keep okay. So you take a
I'm
F1,
a
which is American Bully, to an English Bulldog. You take it back to an English Bulldog. Then you take a puppy off that back to an English Bulldog. You just piling up on those traits.
Yeah, but you want to know something? They do that in the Brahma community, and they still don't get it. Which leads to my next question. What you guys having hybrids? What you guys have hybrids and F1s, and you guys are registering Brahmas? Are you are you guys allowed in you guys' registry to? Okay, what do you guys consider a Brahma? How about that?
We go by the standard that was written. I forget the guy name that wrote the Brahma Bull standard. He was
Clint Arthur, and Ben Smith.
right.
yes. We go off
To
of
me,
theirs.
I love
Oh, okay,
I love the
gotcha.
Brahmas. To me, I love the Brahmas. I think
Oh, yeah.
they probably some of the best looking dogs ever. But
I mean,
I also
I think that
also respect the Brahmas. I respect the Brahmas because they use a lot of the how we said a lot of the better breed of the
Stop.
dogs, more confirmation wise, to make that Brahmas. Then a lot of these
yeah,
people are
I
doing it with the
believe.
other breeds, and they're using the regular dogs they can just get their hands on to make a breed.
I
Does
just
that make
truly
sense to you?
believe that if the Brahma community and the Shorty Bull community wasn't so tight knit, if they were just an open breed, I don't think there ever would have been an exotic.
Probably.
Because you got to remember the
Well,
Brahma
I got
Bull.
a question for you though. I got a question for you then. So, where you think the exotics come from?
I mean, I don't. Back in the day, the mixture of American Bully, the Frenchie American Bully, the English Bulldog. But these new exotics, bro, they going straight cross English Bulldog to French Bulldog, back to English Bulldog to French Bulldog
And
to a
see,
mixture.
right there is what were you talking? Is
Yeah,
the word elongated tongue because they're not taking. See, when you create breeds, you got to take the best of each breed. You don't
Yeah.
take poor
Right, to
quality
create that
of that
breed.
breed to try to create a breed. You got to
That
take the
Right.
best of
the
it.
breeds have been created by taking the best of the best. And
Exactly.
right.
And we're not doing that when it
I,
comes. A
I
lot
give
of them
you
not
I
doing
give
that
you
when it
a,
comes to exotics.
right. I give you another prime example. Like if you ever see the golden doodles, you see
Yeah.
some golden doodles, and then you got some golden doodles look very pretty, real
Yeah.
pretty, real nice, and then you see some golden doodles. They look like, what the hell is this right here? But it's a golden doodle. But you got good breeders that using top quality standard dogs to make this dog, and they health test them and all that. And then you got some they just stick lab to poodle, and they just say they got a golden doodle, and it don't happen like that.
Right. Now,
And see,
since
that goes to
Yeah.
back. And that,
the health testing, right? Like
Yep.
the male pup that at the recent show I was at, I had him health tested, right? So I believe in that. But see, I came from a different part of the dog world. I came from the working dog world where health was very important when it came to police dogs and military dogs that
mm-hmm.
we
Right.
trained. And but that's what I want to do
Right.
with the bullies. I mean, with the exotics or the micros. I think it's very
So
important to eliminate or to try to breed around certain genetic faults that may linger, like the DM or like some of the CMR with the eye disease, with some of the exotics.
right. And with the hips and all that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like with the hips and all that. I would have added on to what you were saying.
Right.
But in order to do anything, I don't care what it is, man, from a dog to building a car motor, you got to do it the right way, man. If you're gonna do it, you got to do it the right way. Yeah, it costs a little bit more, but you're doing it the right way. On the long end, you appreciate it a lot better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that goes to what you got in the thing being a successful breeder. That goes
Right.
right there, goes with a lot of that. If you're gonna build, first of all, if you're gonna start, like the Bible said, you got to count up the cost
Right.
because it's not cheap. But if you're gonna build something
Right.
and you're gonna build a successful program, do it the right way the first time, so you don't have to keep going backwards. You can always keep going forward.
I believe
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you how I know. I've been through that process of building. We had like 30 dogs on our yard, and we got sold a lot of dreams because people said it's gonna turn out to this, turn out to that. This is when I first started in American Bullies. I came out of American Pit Bull Terriers. I was breeding Childs and Dobermans. I got in American Bullies and went in American Pit Bull Terriers. So we had AM stabs first. So we were like, yeah, we're gonna do the original and we're gonna build this AM stab to American Pit Bull Terrier. Man, you know we ain't come nowhere near no American Bully. I'm just
No.
telling you the truth.
Right.
We ain't come
I mean,
nowhere.
it's the same
we
thing.
were like, yo, they
It's
some
the
secret
same
sauce
thing
in
with
here
any breed.
somewhere.
Right, right. It's the same thing with any breed. You know, that is like I told you, I love the French Bulldogs. So when I started showing French Bulldogs, I had a #1 dog in French in ABKC for a long time. Grand Champion Trouble, man. He was a picture when you go to the website. He was that red dog with the fawn black mask. But hell, I thought I had the best damn thing in the world. So I took him to the AKC match, man. Everybody laughed at me, man. This man, what the world is this? So the little old lady pulled me to the side. She said, "Son, what you got here?" I said, "I got the #1 dog in ABKC." So she was like, "Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your dog is trash." I said, "What you mean trash?" She said, "Your dog is trash." She said, "Listen." So she went to the books, AKC books. She showed me. She said, "Now look at your dog. My dog sitting down there with a big thick neck, all the bone, looking crazy, looking up at me like we both crazy." So I left. I came home. Tim will tell you, I put him straight on Hoobly as a pet and sold it. I sold him for like $500, man.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a viewer that asks, how often do your registry ICBR throw shows in each state?
We can't hear you, Terry. We throw shows. Whatever. Like we're just now moving to other states. But you know, I throw shows in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, and we've done some in New York. And now we moved out to Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama. So we're moving across, and we got shows in Colorado, and we got one coming up in Nebraska. So we're slowly moving. If anybody wants a show in a location, only thing they got to do is reach out to the office. We'll bring the ICBR show there. Like we're going to Maryland, leaving out in the morning, going to Maryland.
Yeah.
It's the first show, ICBR show in Maryland, tomorrow. And like Terry, he's already there and he'll be judging tomorrow. And then our other judge is gonna meet us there. And I'll be emceeing and running the ring and stuff.
Do you guys already have any ICBR champions yet?
Yes. We have American Bully, we got American Bully Grand Champion. We got American Bully champions. We got French Bulldog champions. I think the only breed we have a grand champion is the American Bully right now. We have English Bulldog champions. I'm trying to think what other breed we have. We have exotic, toy exotic, and standard exotic champions.
Who?
So
Miss Piglet.
Yeah, Piglet. And Elijah's dog, Mr. Carolina. Derek's dog, and then the blue dog with the ears on. I can't think of his name. The little exotic male with the ears on. And what's his name? Dog, D Glory's dog.
Honeycomb.
Honeycomb. He's a champion also. He just made champion the last show.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna have to ship one of my dogs out there to you three amigos, man. Since y'all out in the Carolinas having shows every weekend, man. Don't you got a show coming up too?
Yeah, we have August 27th. We got ICBR Madhouse Mania. We got Ron Ramos to be judging. His wife is our second judge, so they'll be judging together. And then we got one of our good judges, Eric Soto. He'll be judging also. And then Robert T. Montley is our fun show judge for that day. So it's a triple sanction show and a fun show.
See, I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the ICBR. Hey, Terry, we can't hear you.
Terry, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. But I enjoy the ICBR shows, and then I was telling Robert about them, and we was talking, and I brought it up to him about expanding to California, but we had to find out the details and so forth, right? So I think that might be a good thing to be able to expand out into his area.
Oh, we got a show coming up right now. It's being planned. Rebecca Harris, she's gonna do a 2-day show. I think it's 5 shows.
What
in California?
In Southern California or Northern California?
I'm not sure, but we're also I got working on a show in Seattle, Washington, and I'm coming out to Cali also. So I used to stay in California. I used to stay in San Diego. I stayed out there 7 years. I used to work for Lockheed Martin. And I stayed out in San Diego. I worked at the Miramar Air Base.
Yeah, see, that's up Southern California. We don't have a lot of stuff going on over the last couple of years right here in Northern California.
We had a show in Vegas back in March.
Northern California is like your Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose. Yeah.
I mean, if y'all find us a venue, man, hey, we'll come. I don't have no problem. I'm retired Marine Corps. I'll travel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll travel. I'll bring the ICBR. I'll bring my ICBR show to y'all. And that's the full effect. King of the Ring and everything.
Right. Can y'all hear me now, too?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Much better.
Okay, then. Okay.
It looked like you was finna go to jail.
Nah. I was just telling them about they asked about the ICBR.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us more about the events in 2023 that you have, or as far as a little more details on them?
We're working it out right now. Where each it's called regionals. So we'll go to each region and we'll host a big show for the regional winners, which will come back at nationals 2023, 2024. And we're working for Top Dog, which we don't really call it Top Dog. We have our royal breeds is what it's called. When you're number one in the breed,
right,
you're the royal breed of that breed.
And then
so we do the
and
big
then we
awards
also
at
have
the end of the year.
Right, and we also have like different tiers of champions. So you can go up from like different tiers of champions. And so Tim, you can kind of break that down on you can go from a champion to grand champion and you keep climbing. It just don't stop.
Yeah, you keep climbing. You do like I'll bring it up so I can explain. It's got different tiers to grand champion. So you just don't stop at grand champion. Like with the AKC, they have different like silver, gold, and you just keep climbing up the tier for grand. Because a lot of people, once they hit grand champion, they just stop. So once you hit grand champion in ICBR, you can go to different levels with the grand champion.
Nice.
And then, like if you have a breed that comes all the time, and then you don't really have too many other people that have that breed, we have where we can take our judges and they can take your dog in the ring, analyze it to the side at the shows and give you your points. So you know what I'm saying? It goes through by the breed standard.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I like about you guys at Registry, because everybody says that you're not competing against the dog next to you, you're competing against the standard, but seldom does that really happen.
Yeah, and then we're breaking it down. So we will have specialty shows. So while the sanction show's going with the bully breeds, we'll have another ring. It's called a specialty show, which have breeds like when Dobermans, Chow Chows, Rottweilers. When we get up so big and we have to separate it, we'll have a specialty ring, and then ones that win in the specialty ring will come back and compete against the bully. All of them will be in for best in show, like the AKC. All the breeds will come in, and they'll be in the ring.
Right.
Because you won't be able to run a show. Yes.
Should be more that judge to be educated on whichever breed that need to be judged for that specialty that day.
So
like I said, we got a lot of UKC judges and AKC judges that's on board.
So are you guys having several different judges at these shows for the classes, or are you guys literally just on? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have a judge.
See, and that's what set us apart from a lot of them too, as well.
Right.
So we'll have a specialty judge that just judge the specialty breeds for that day, and then we'll have judges that judge the other breeds. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like the
and
So how do
Bengal,
you
then
the
guys go
English
about?
bulldog.
How are you guys going about picking your fun show judges, or like what's the conversation on that topic on
Most
your
of the
guys' fun?
time, the show host pick the fun show judge. So like
right, whoever that show
me,
host
I
is.
pick my own, and I allow people that I've watched that say they want to judge, so they can see that side of the ring. You know what I'm saying? They're breeders and stuff, and I allow them to judge the fun show. But most of the time, it's on the show host that's hosting that show. So we're not responsible for what a show host picked to judge their fun show. That's on the show host. We're just coming in doing our ICBR side. But for my King of the Ring fun show, I choose my own judges. And most
Yeah.
of the time,
Right,
it's people that wants to learn more about the breed, and they've handled and they've shown and stuff like that. Because it's
So
different when you're in that ring than when you're standing outside that ring.
oh yeah, definitely, especially when all the pressure
right.
on you too. You feel me? I
Yes.
mean, yeah, it's completely different. So when people decide, let's just say somebody decides to host a show in California, are you guys charging them to pay for your judges to come out and for you guys to come out, or
Okay, it works like this. Like if we bring the show, I pay for the judges, the reps, and the
The
all of that, their
venue,
flights, their hotels,
yeah,
the venue, and all that. But if somebody else wants to host the ICBR show and they want to do the whole entire thing, it's the show host responsibility. So whatever they make in the ICBR side, that's what they use to pay the judges, the reps, and
right,
their flights and their hotel, the judging fees and
right.
rep fees.
And they
That's how it
meals.
works. Yes.
and all of that stuff can be found on you guys' website.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or you can hit up icbrcanines.com, or you can call the office, email the office, and they'll get right back to you. And then a lot of people asking about our paperwork. It's usually a week to 2 week turnaround on our paperwork. We hit a slump because we had a passing of the Terry's wife that does all our paperwork. But now we're back on track and we're getting the paperwork out expediently now. So shout out to the office and Terry. He's even doing paperwork. He's working in the
Right.
office.
So if you
Okay.
see something wrong, just send it right back to me.
So speaking on that, is the program that you have, is it digital or how's it
Yeah,
working?
it's a format plus PDF. It got a lot of PDF files too. It's hard for me to explain it because I had somebody build a system for me, so it's kind of hard for me to explain it. But we definitely on point. We got a full database. We got we got it like how you said, and then we also got, like I said earlier, we also got another guy that's building this special thing for us. But we're gonna come out with that at real soon. And so
Okay.
so for example, let me tell you like for example what I like about what you're doing. So let's say that you over there in y'all booth doing whatever you do. So from the way he explained it to me is that you'll get a text on your phone. You'll get an alert on your phone saying, hey, you in the ring in 10 minutes. That come
Yeah.
from the rep that's in the ring. So
Nice.
now you got somebody on the mic hollering for your name, and you got somebody that's sending out a code to you in order which ring to come to within 10 minutes. So you miss your class, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
that's
don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I think if you
and that,
come to the show to show your dogs, you should be seriously focused on the show ring. Hey, y'all, we almost pushing an hour on here, man. Y'all know how we do it over here. Everybody that's still on the live, y'all make sure y'all share, so we can keep this conversation going and get deeper into the
Right.
ICBR and what they plan
And
on
but,
bringing to the community.
And we're also
let me
working
say
on
this.
hopefully. Go ahead.
But
Go
let me
ahead, Terry.
say this too. I ain't know whether you about ready to get off of what I had wanted to say this too. With ICBR, we like totally different from a lot of the wrestlers because we don't hate on nobody wrestler. Like I still got a lot of love for Dave, Memo, Cruz. I still got love for I ain't got nothing against um Anthony Pope, Kel Green. I still love their wrestlers. Matter of fact, I had told one of my partners, Cavante, I said next time they come out here for a show, I want to load up some dogs and go to the show and show 'em. You know what I'm saying? I support everybody, man, still. So, and I think that's the biggest problem within this community. Everybody want to hate on everybody, and everybody want to stay mad and talk down on other people. And within this dog community, we should, as a whole, we shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm working on something big for next year. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Right. Right.
Terry
And like
knows
Tim
I
saying
sat
too,
down and talked to him.
Right. We finna start doing shows with other registries too as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Ain't
called
no
the
other
Unity
registry
and the
done done it.
Community Movement.
Right. Yeah. And then also we're gonna start doing some free shows, but ain't no money gonna be involved. And then people still come and show and get their points and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be just like a big old family reunion cookout type thing.
Okay, so you saying the multiple registries or whatever? If just give an example of ABC registry here, ICBR and DEF registry, right?
Right.
You show
all up on one building and one room.
Each one on had their own ring, but their rings will be connected, and it'll probably end up being. It's gonna be a 2-day event.
Right.
Now,
That's how big I'm working on.
Matter of fact, our first one is in August in the Philippines.
Yeah,
we're
working with 2 other registries in the Philippines.
Hey,
will
Tony,
the
show.
Right.
points matter? Will points
Say,
transfer registries as well?
what'd you say now?
Points still go for it. Points still go together.
So,
For all registries that's involved in.
no, okay.
Right,
Say
exactly.
if you're showing in the ICBR, you'll get your points for the ICBR. You can still show in whatever registry's there that day, and you get points in that registry too.
Okay.
And if your
Right.
dog is not registered in that registry, you can register it because
You
it
can
will be
register
an
that day.
annual thing that we're working on.
do you
Every
guys
year
Right.
we will do it.
Do you guys register Merles?
Yes,
Everything. And the Merles got their own classes.
yes.
Okay. Now we do have a viewer here, and this goes to Tim. When will Crybaby Dollar finish his apprenticeship?
My baby dollar won't be judging. That's got to be Ruel.
Yeah, that's Ruel.
It is. So, hey,
Real
speaking about you
Mangle
guys' judges program, how does that exactly work? You guys' judges program to become a judge. What do you guys require?
We have an apprenticeship program, and you got to have credentials. So right now we just redid it. We put it where you have to have 2 ICBR champions, and then you have to have shown in the registry, and you have to have credentials where you produce champion stuff. So it's not just anybody, because we just revised the like I said, we're just starting out, so we just revised the process of becoming a judge. And we have an apprenticeship program, which me and Terry's over, and our other senior judge, Sean Thomas. And then Rebecca Harris, she'll be taking over the whole judging staff program and teaching the judges and stuff like that in the apprenticeship program. So you have to graduate out of the apprenticeship program, and then you'll be on probation, and you got to pass the probation period before you become a sanctioned judge.
Nice.
Exactly.
Well, I'm gonna let you know, I'm coming through, and I will be champing out my young stud right here that I'll be having. So I'm in his first. He'll be 6 months in October, so that'll be his first one at October 27th, I believe.
But we do have the grandfather clause too, which Terry can override it. If you got the credentials and you've been judging and stuff like that, and you know dogs, he can override it and make you a judge as a grandfather you in. It's called the grandfather clause. So he's done that with people that have judged and they know dogs and they've been in dogs their whole life and they got a history. Because like we have a lady that's in Washington. This lady has 38 generations of her own champions.
38
own pedigree. 38 generations of her own dogs and American Pit Bull Terriers.
Wow.
Champions. So
we also got another lady. Yeah, we got another judge over in I think in the Vegas, Carolina. Yes. She got like a long history of AKC with the cane coursers, and all different kind of breeds. And she got a crazy record. So you got so many different judges. They got like so many Man, it's
For
so many good things about them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 38 generations, bro. That's
Mhm.
That's
phenomenal.
a lot.
But we got
Yeah, that's
several.
a lot.
But we got several judges like that. Not the one judge. You
Yes.
got Mark and Adriana with the AM staff, with the staff bulls as well. And then so I mean, you got tons of judges on our roster that's got so many different credentials. It's crazy, man.
Breed is American. Is that what they
Yeah, we
call
got
it,
a lot of
Terry?
breeder merits. Yeah, we got a lot
Yeah.
of breeder
A lot
merits
of our
on our judging team too
judges
as
got
well.
Breeders
I
American
think
from the AKC.
if I ain't mistaken, yeah, if I ain't mistaken, I think it's like 8 of them.
Yeah, Miss Elizabeth
So we
has
don't
some.
have no problem. Yeah, right. So we don't have no problem. Um. Oh, okay. So let me back up. Let me say this. Every week we have a judges meeting, a live judges meeting, just like we're doing right now, and
Uh-huh.
We have a Zoom
we go
meeting.
over breed type. Yeah. So we go over breed type. We go over a lot of different things, and just in case somebody got a hiccup about a breed, cause we don't know everything about every breed, and so but somebody within that group gonna know something about that breed. If
Yep.
not, we all
We
look
have
it
a
up and
Zoom.
study it together.
We have a Zoom meet, and then we have people that specialties in their breed. For like Mark and Adriana with the
Right.
Staffy Bull. And then we
Right.
got some with the
Rebecca
like
Harris
Terry's with the French
with that.
Bulldogs. Then we got like
Yeah.
different
And
specialty
then
judges.
Can you tell Hope be ready, put on her stuff?
Let me go back to the certain issues with some of the dogs and the exotics, right, Tim? When you was talking about the ride jaw, and different issues or diseases within, can you expand on that some more? And the reason
For
it happened?
So with the like I said with the ride jaw, it's from the English bulldog side most of the time because a lot of English bulldogs have ride jaw, cherry eye. So a lot of exotics get that from those traits from the English bulldog. And then like
So,
the elongated tongue also. So
so
I mean it's in a lot of different breeds, but like it depends. See, like it goes back to if you breeding poor quality dogs. A lot of
quality.
people breed in poor
Right.
quality dogs.
like
And that's where a
Right.
lot of these traits come up. They're piling it up on top of each other, defaults and DQs.
can you
So if you
explain what
keep
ride jaw is? Can
you
you
say that again?
can you explain what ride jaw is and what it looks like?
Okay, right jaw is when the dog mouth is off and it's turned to the side. So his jaw is almost like a twist at a right jaw. Cleft palates. A lot of people are breeding cleft palate dogs. When you pile these faults and DQs up and all of that, every dog's gonna have a flaw. But
Right.
when you start piling up faults and DQs, it's gonna you're gonna all of that stuff's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying?
So do
So
you think cleft palates are hereditary?
oh yeah, like cleft palates can get bad. And like a lot of people, they don't really like a dog can have a slight cleft palate and they breed it and it'll throw cleft palate.
Yeah.
So what I pet home cleft palate.
What
Or if
about
it's so bad, I'll just put them down. Say that again.
what about cherry eye? Have you ever had somebody try to show a dog with cherry eye?
Well, English bulldogs have it all the time. I got my English bulldog surgery. I got a surgery on him. It's really big in the English bulldog community, cherry eye. So what they do, they go in and they cut it or they tuck it back in if it's not too far gone.
Let
So
somebody show it if it was out.
it is what is it called? Cosmetic.
Okay.
It's considered a cosmetic. That's like dogs. People say, "Oh, I can't show my dogs because it's got its ears on." No, having a dog's ears cropped is cosmetic.
Exactly.
You don't have to crop. Man, listen. I took a female American bully with her ears on to grand champion. She's a grand champion. I showed her from no points to grand champion with
Yeah,
her
but
ears on.
ears and cherry eye is different.
Yeah, but it's still cosmetic. But I've never seen nobody come in with an exotic or not with a cherry eye. I
Okay.
have never had any shown under me. So I mean, I can't say I've seen it in English bulldogs, but most of the time, even if you have them fixed, sometimes they come back. So you can have the surgery. Even the vet will tell you if you have the dog. My Dr. Kirk told me, Tim, if you have his eye fixed, it's a possibility the cherry eye come back. But thank God his cherry eye hasn't came back. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's big in the English bulldogs with the cherry eye and stuff. But I haven't seen an exotic in the ring with a cherry eye.
Well, let me ask this. You know, with your experience with the bullies, right? Prolapses.
Sure, she got her shoes on.
With your experience, what do you think the prolapses? You think they are hereditary as well?
It could be. I think so. I've never had a prolapse. So I mean, I can't say that because I haven't researched that if it's hereditary or stuff like that. So I mean, I'm not a vet, so I can't speak on that. You know what I'm saying?
It's frequent with the with the exotics so far. You know, in the exotic community, it's a frequent occurrence that happens.
See, I'm gonna say this. I don't know because I don't breed exotics. So there's a lot of questions with exotics I can't answer. I've never bred exotics. I've only bred French bulldogs and American bullies. So I handle all breeds, but I can't. I'm not a veterinarian, so I can't answer that. But listen,
like you see it happening a lot from certain bloodlines. You see that type of shit happening a lot from certain bloodlines. Or dogs. Let me not say bloodlines, dogs.
Gotcha. So I mean, like I said, I don't know everything, and I don't know exotics because I haven't been a breeder of exotics. So some of the questions you asked about exotics, I can't answer because I've never bred them myself. So I'm not an expert to speak on that topic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say something and it's not right. And then people are like, oh, you know this, you know how it is. So I'm not an expert on, and I don't have exotics.
It's not prevalent in the American bully community then? No.
Do they have prolapse, but it's not a lot. People still have prolapse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, some could be fixed and some just get them fixed. You know what I'm saying? Or some just say, so I heard somebody say they just push it back in there, but I don't know about that. I've never dealt with a prolapse. Since I've been breeding American bullies, I've never had a prolapse.
Right. Okay. Hey, let me ask this. Can you expound on the different dollar characters that you have? And when will they see those out to the shows? Do you gonna have them out there frequently? Do you go in and out of characters? Say like now,
yeah.
Do you go out of character as you do it, or?
Yeah, I go in and out of character at shows sometimes. If I bring it, most of the time I do it at my shows. You know what I'm saying? So it all started out with Silver Dollar, and I started him when I was in the Marine Corps. We was deployed in Pakistan, and I would do comedy skits just to keep people mind so they can laugh and stuff. Take everybody mind because we were getting shot at every day. I had lost a lot of friends in Iraq and all of that. So my commanding officer.
I was in the military. I've been through that process as well. Yeah.
My commanding officer, he seen me acting crazy one day, so he said, "Hey Tim, you could do your comedy skits in the afternoons after we finish work and stuff." And, everybody sit around drinking, and I would do comedy skits playing cards. So while they doing that, I'll just do comedy skits, and I came up with Silver Dollar. So it's been on since then.
I didn't know how he was gonna jump on today. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I didn't know who he was gonna be.
Hey, didn't know if he was Spider-Man or that or
Mini Dollar. Okay, yeah. I got Silver Dollar, I got Afro Dollar, I got Crybaby Dollar, I got Angry Dollar, I got Bat Dollar, Rasta Dollar, Clowny Dollar, Pirate Dollar, Sheriff Dollar, Major Dollar, which came out from Major Pain.
Yeah.
What? I did not tell you, boy. So, I mean, there's like 12 of them. Mini Dollar and all that. So I got Pastor Dollar too. He be wanting to preach sometime. He got his towel like he doing, wiping his face. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He came out a little bit in Afro Dollar the other day.
Bro, that's because it's still 100 degrees out here, bro. I'm over here blazed up. But so, do you feel that any of the judges that you guys have are biased against exotics?
No, see, this is the thing about it. Before we hire our judges, and at the beginning, we tell them, do you have a problem judging exotics, or are you biased towards, or you don't like exotics? And if that's the case, most of the time, he won't hire them as a judge, because we don't want nobody biased against no breed. Because when you step in that ring, your personal preference goes out the door. It don't matter if you breed American Bullies, French Bulldogs, your personal preference goes out the door. Everybody in that ring gets a fair chance, and you're looking for the best dog of the day. Whichever dog breed fits its standard the most is the one that should win. Yeah. Best in show, when you got all those dogs up there. So if you're biased, we steer away from people that's biased and don't like exotics, or say, I don't like French Bulldogs, I don't like English Bulldogs, because when you step in that ring, you got to have an open mind to all of those breeds, because every single one of those breeds, they possess a chance to win best in show, according to their breed standard that's written in black and white, which they're going against. They're not going against your preference. Exactly. They're going against that breed standard that's written for that breed, for the registry.
Is there anything in your head that you could think of now that would make you tell somebody, hey, bro, you shouldn't bring this dog in the ring?
I mean, listen, even before now, as a handler, I've told people, this is not a show dog. Because we got to learn the difference between show dogs and brew dogs. And that's where we have to learn to separate things. Like, let me tell you something. I got a female who's a brew female. She will produce her butt off, but she's not a show dog. I've had one before. She was old school Dover Daisy blood. She would throw bad puppies. I mean, I've champed out litters on her, but she was not a show dog. You know, Dover Daisy got that big body and that little peanut head. She was a bad female. She was off Icbr. She would produce her butt off, but she wasn't a show dog. And that's the thing. If you want people to succeed in showing, you got to let them know, hey, this is not what this is not what the show ring is looking for.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask this question.
We're talking about the Icbr.
Yeah. That was a comment. So let me ask about this. How do you think you'll get more of the exotic community that comes to the fun shows to enter the show ring? How Icbr going to try to get more of these dogs into the show ring to champ out more dogs, or to even produce better quality dogs, or even go towards a standard type?
And see, that's the thing about it. A lot of people think there's not no standard for the exotic.
Yeah.
But there's a written standard for it.
There's
been
a
lot
written
of people
standard for the exotic for like almost 5 years or something like that.
But there's still people that say it's not. I hear it all the time. I don't show in sanction shows because there's no standard written for the exotic. I'm like, yes, there's a standard for the exotic. It's been a standard for I know, because I remember when James written, because we was judging together in the BRC Global. I remember he read it for the BRC Global. But there's been standards for it. So
how do we get in the community? How do we get the exotic community to go, transfer from the fun shows, participate in the fun shows, but also start participating into the sanction shows as well?
Man, it's happening. Like at the Icbr shows, you see it's happening. Yeah. So it's when they come out and they see what it is and they understand that it's not what they thought it was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, do you feel the fun show gives people a lane to be unethical breeders?
I would not necessarily. I would say the fun show gives a lane for people that's never been in the fun show, but they want to show their dog. So when they're doing the fun show, like even my fun show, Calvin will tell you, I'll talk to them and say, hey, won't you sign up for the sanction show and register your dog? And then even before my show, I give a long spiel about the breeds, the breed standard, every breed we accept. So people's like, oh, we can show our exotic. and they be like, okay, and then they'll come and show, because a lot of people don't know that the registry has the breed for the standard, the breed, exotic breed. So that's where when they come to the fun show and they sign up for our fun show, we say, hey, why don't you register and show your dog in exotic class? You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna take time, but I think word of mouth is doing it with the ICBR, because we're all about giving people a great experience in a family-oriented environment. So you can bring your whole family out and just laugh and have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on there. I'll come in and out as Silver Dollar or Afro Dollar during the show, and I'll give out a whole bunch of free stuff. Like I've given out like 100 vacations. Altogether, I've given out 460 vacations at my show.
Yeah.
I mean, just randomly tape them under booth chairs. I've done drawings the whole entire show. Thrown out T-shirts, like put everything, like when people walk in on their boots, they have a whole bunch of free stuff, like the towels that you put over your head when you bathe your dog so your clothes don't get wet, the wipes, the Clorox wipes. We've done all of that. We do free basket giveaways, drawings. We do all of that because I want everybody to understand, and I always say this, I can't do what I love to do without you. So if y'all don't show up at the show, I can't do what I love to do. And I love to give back to the community because this is the community and I love it. I've been in it so long and I spend a lot of time in it. And I understand people like to be appreciated. So you got to show appreciation to people that come out and support you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? I do this in my sleep.
I mean, do you believe, because I've heard on some lives in American Bully community that people say registries are what messes up the breed. How do you feel about that statement?
Registries is not what mess up the breed. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say, well, the standard keeps changing and the standard keeps changing. I don't know about those registries. Only thing I know about is who I judge for, and the people that I judge for, their standard hasn't changed. It's still the same standard they've had. So I can't speak for nobody else when it comes to, hey, they changed the standard to fit this dog or that. I can't speak for that. I can only speak for who I judge for, and the ICBR.
What do you consider? What do you consider a companion animal?
Well, you know.
Well, because the reason I'm asking that because they consider the American Bully a companion breed.
And that's the truth, because that's when it was established. That's what they said it was supposed to be. So, I mean,
but if it was a pit bull to Staffordshire Terrier, I mean, wouldn't that be more on the working side?
I cannot answer that question. Hey, hey, brother, it is what it is. I can't answer that question. I'm just saying. I don't know what the recipe was. I was not there when they mixed the mashed potatoes and sauce and stuff. So I can only go off what's been established. They said that's what it was established for.
You tried it, and I know, and I heard you say you didn't get close. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So, where'd you go right and where'd you go wrong? I mean, let's. I went
all the way wrong. I was in a field of dreams. Because I had an AM staff and I had a whole bunch of UKC champion American Pit Bull Terriers. I mean, I had grand champion American Pit Bull Terriers from the UKC. I bred them together, man. I ain't getting up but some more in-betweeners. I call them tweeners.
Man, hey, you want
between an AM staff and American Pit Bull Terrier.
The first breeding I did when I came into this game, when I first seen these dogs back in 2002, I was like, oh shit, that got bulldog in it. But I was already into dogs then. So my very, very first breeding was a pit bull to an English bulldog. And at this time, I'm not knowing about, registries and shows, but I end up at a show and I took first place at one show with this dog, third place at another, second one at another. Bro, the dog looked just like their dog. It was straight pit bull to English bulldog, but I realized I was missing something. I need the bulldog to an American bully already.
So, I mean, Like I said, I've bred a lot of breeds: Dobermans, Chows, Rockwilders, miniature pinchers, American Pit Bull Terriers. I did a lot of American Pit Bull Terriers. Um, so I mean, I've been around a lot of breeds. And Terry, when I was showing ABKC, he put a lot of breeds in my hands. So that's how I got hands-on experience from a lot of breeds. And then I used to sit up all night and talk to Ron Ramos. He's one of my mentors, him and Terry. Because Terry, a lot of people don't know, Terry still shows AKC to this day. He's produced champions and grand champion AKC French Bulldogs and stuff. And he still shows AKC. So, I mean, he has I'm telling you, he has like 10 different breeds on his yard.
So, hey, Ruel says, do you think bullies should be required to breed to its breed size to become more of a consistent breed?
Okay, that's kind of a hard question because if you breed two pockets together, you got to look what's in the back. You might get a standard out of it. You might get an XL out of it. That's why the varieties came into effect.
Well, that's why
breeding.
I think polling should be brought back into the community, bro, because I feel like if you're breeding pocket to pocket and you get a fucking standard, I mean, hey, you know.
But it happens because in the back of the unit, got to remember, throwbacks.
No, I do.
What's in the back of that pedigree will come out. Just like us with genetics. Well, I look like my dad's brother. You know what I'm saying? I look like my uncle.
Yeah.
And that goes with us with genetics. Some of us look like our granddad. Some of us look, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's genetics. Like me, all three of my brothers and my dad look alike. But if you put my dad's brother that passed a while back, I was young. He was in the military. But and then my sisters look, because my dad's genetics is so strong, my sisters look like my dad's sisters.
See, me personally,
my dad's a straight producer.
I believe every class of the American bully should be his own fucking breed. And over time, I think it will create consistency, in my opinion.
Well, Calvin, you see my parents. They're the one that cook at the...
Yeah.
All of us look alike. My sister's at the door. I mean, it's so consistent, bro. I'm talking about like my dad's a super producer. I'm talking about, yeah. Everybody like, yo, that's got to be your brother. That's got to be your sister. I'm like, yeah, that's them.
Do you think that we will ever see? Do you think that we will ever see consistency in the American bully with people still breeding to different classes of it?
I don't. That's a hard question to answer. Probably not. But you got to understand, people understand the American bully is established, but it's still a young breed also.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's still a young breed too. So, I mean, you have to look at all that. Like a lot of those, a lot of dogs being accepted in the AKC and stuff, they've been bred for years to get to that level. So, I mean, we're still a young breed. I mean, like, what is it, 20-some years? That's still young.
Well, see, that's why I try to explain to people, like, you really can't come down on the exotics yet, because some of the problems we have in the exotics are still in the American bully, except the American bully has been around like fucking 20 years longer. You know?
Yeah.
I think it needs time to progress.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I said. It's still a breed. That's what I said about exotics when it comes to judge. It's still a growing breed. We don't know where it's gonna end up at. You might end up having some dope exotics with breed type that can move. I mean, that'll move around that ring effortless. We don't know. Because there's people out there that's doing it the correct way with like selective breeding and stuff.
It's coming.
And that's what I do with my program, and I've always done that, selective breeding. I look at my female, I say, okay, this is what she lacks. So I'm gonna look for a male that throws what I'm lacking. Consistency. I ain't saying that he throw it 1 liter,
right?
But he's throwing what I need consistently.
Okay, like as a breeder, right? Go, throw your breeder hat on this question. When you go to select a stud, how do you go about selecting your studs?
Like I just said. I breed for the standard and to put my dogs in the show ring. So my ideal dog, I know it's gonna take, because this is my first breeding I've done in 10 years.
Yeah.
Because when I had all my champions and stuff, I gave them away when I was paralyzed because I couldn't keep anything.
Right.
So all my champion dogs that I produced stuff, and the dogs that I had that was champions, I gave them away to my buddies because I couldn't take care of none of them. So this time around, I've been studying for 10 years, looking at everything. I'm telling you, I keep up with everything, and I've watched dogs, because here's the thing: a dog can be a champion, but not a producer.
True.
Definitely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some dogs are not champions, but they're producers. Not saying they can't be champions. It's just some people don't have the time.
Well, see, that's why I admire. That's why I admire, like Eddie, that has China Boy. When he got China Boy, he already knew. Look, this isn't a ring dog. You know, I'm not putting him in the ring. This is not his. This is not his duty. But he's producing ring dogs. You know,
Yeah.
and that's why you have to give people like that credit that understands what their dog lane is.
That's what I would go back to when you separate the breeding. When you got ring dog, you got brew dogs that they're really not. I'm gonna say brew, but the brew females are brew dogs that produce, but they're not for the ring. But they can produce. Like I said, I had a female. She was not a ring dog, but she produced champions.
Well, so for some people don't
Consistently.
understand what brood is, basically what he's saying is that dog you got at your house that you don't ever let nobody see. That's what he's talking about. Have that dog.
Yeah, and they consistently produce, but they're not a show quality dog. Not saying they're flawed up, but they don't just have all the features for show. Like I said, my Dover Daisy female, phenomenal body, tight feet, super thick, but she had a peanut head. She didn't have American Bully head.
Now, when you go out searching for a stud or a female, do you look at their litter mates? Do you look at their parents?
I look at all of it.
How far back do you go back in generations looking?
I'll look, like sometimes I've been back like 8 generations, because here's the thing about it is I'm a pet head. So a lot of dogs back in a lot of y'all that's on this live back 6 to 8 generations, a lot of the dogs that's in y'all pedigree I've handled and champed out. So I go back and look at that. I say, man, dang, I trained this dog. And then I look where that dog had progressed to.
Right.
Like
But
Grand Champion Crybaby that Candy used to own.
Do you think calling them companion animals almost forces people to breed 4 dogs with no drive just so they can show?
Man, you hit me with these questions. I can't really answer like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because like matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you.
I told you was coming on for an interview. You should have prepared, bro. Hey, we really do interviews over here.
I understand that, but like some questions, like what they initially call them, I can't answer that. You know what I'm saying? Because now I got a chaos daughter. Listen, flint pole, high strung, Grand Champion chaos daughter. I'm talking about energetic. I'm talking about, listen, she's so fast, she caught a squirrel trying to run up the tree.
That's my type of dog. I like dogs.
I'm trying to tell you, yo, hey, she drives me nuts. She's high strung. Hey, I'm telling you, she can go forever. And she's off the Chumley daughter, Gidget, that just passed away. It's Gidget the Chaos, Grand Champion Chaos. Man, super energetic. Man, she's so energetic, she stays ripped up. I'm talking about, now she's a monster. She's a bully female, but she stays ripped up. She's so high strung.
Yeah. So look, question for you. To the exotics. Or not, this doesn't even have to be, you could include the exotics and American Bully, which both of them. At what height do you feel like you start to lose the bull, the head, the mass, the bone? At what height do you think you start to lose that on a dog?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, this is the God honest truth. I seen some massive little dogs, And I've seen when I judged in Colorado, man, I seen one of the massive XLs I've seen in a long time. I'm talking about this dog. His bone was like, I mean, his bone was huge. This dog head was like, I'm talking like 28, 29, 30 inches. XL dog. He was 100% breed type. Now, and here's the thing about it. In Ireland, they got XL dogs that are monsters. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Hey,
about
with breed type, and you rarely see breed type in the XLs here.
exactly. I'm talking about these dogs are monstrous. And I've judged a lot. Spain, listen, some of the I've seen, I think when I was in Spain, I judged like almost 400 dogs that day. We had to break them down in classes of 20 because there were so many dogs showing that day when I judged for the ABW in Spain. And I got to see, I can't remember his name, grand champion. I can't remember his name, but he's a grand champion in the ABKC. This dog is massive for a pocket dog.
So
I'm
what height?
talking about.
I need an answer for that question. What height do you think you start to lose the bull?
You can lose the bull at any height.
Yeah,
I mean, let's really talk about it.
Okay.
Because you can have dogs that's in between classes. I call them tweeners. You can have a pocket classic. You can have a pocket. You can have a classic XL. You can have a classic standard. You know what I'm saying? So at any one of those heights, dogs don't possess the bone and mass that they supposed to be to fit the breed type. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like I said, any height. Any height.
Let me ask this. You know, a lot of those breeds, as far as American Bully, came from the US, right? And like a lot of countries imported them into their country to start breeding them.
Yes.
Do you think they've done a better job breeding the American Bully?
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is I'm not. You can, if you don't believe me, get Ron Ramos on here to tell you. They are some bad dogs in Spain.
Yeah,
I think they did a better job, bro, because they ain't afraid to pay the money.
Man, they are some super bad dogs and Canada. I judged in Canada too. There's some really bad dogs.
What they pay for shipping a dog, people here complain about buying the dog.
Yeah,
you feel
that's
me?
true. That's true. And here's the thing about it is China and the Philippines got some super bad exotics too.
Yeah.
And American bullies.
Do you think they've done a better job breeding them and think that we should be importing those versions? Or
my thing is, with any program, the only way you're going to get ahead, and the thing we should always look at is I'm looking at what I produce here. Now I need to better this. I need to better where I'm at. And that's where we got to keep continuing the steps because it's all about betterment. You're supposed to keep going forward.
Yeah.
And I think some countries have taken it and they've ran with it, but they've done it the right way. Selective breeding and stuff. Like we was talking about with the best of the best. Like my buddy Fran in Spain. When I went to Spain, I stayed with my buddy Fran. He owned, he was the one that he sent the dog over here to Keno to show him Keno Grand Champ out, him and Anthony. Man, when I was standing out there, they kept pulling out these dogs, man. And I was like, what in the world? I'm talking about to the standard, bro. Pockets and standards.
Okay, hey, somebody says
super bad.
Hey, Timothy, somebody says, what is the hardest stud you've seen in Spain or bloodline?
I'm grand champion. I can't remember his name right off. But he won best in show under me. In Spain. I had never seen this dog, and man, you talking about hard. This dog, he's a grand champion in the ABKC too. I can't remember his name right off. It's been about 3 years when I judged in Spain. Yeah, but I can't remember his name right off. But there's a young gentleman here in the United States that bred to him, but I can't remember the dog's name. I'm trying to see what his name is. I'm trying to look him up.
Rose and Apollo.
Yes, Grand Champion Apollo. Y'all check that dog out. But listen, his sons that he produced with Apollo are better than him.
Man, I think that's how it should be, man. I think stud owners should want people to have dogs that's better than theirs off of their breed. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
And,
like,
that's where we should take it. That's what we're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be better in what's on your yard. What, like if you got a super dope male, you're supposed to try to outproduce and make a better him. Because
Well, I mean,
that's what increases the breed.
well,
That's
see,
how other breeds have excelled, and how other breeds have been consistently reproducing the same look, same style, same standard by taking the best to the best. And
that's what they do over there. They
see
don't
over
breed.
here,
They
over
take the
here,
best of the best. They don't breed no mediocre stuff.
see over here in the exotic community, man. It's like if you produce a dog with wide fronts, big head, and he's fat, then it's like, oh, that's fire. And it's like, to me, that's the easiest shit to produce. To produce a fat dog is easy, man. And that's why a lot of people don't understand like the pride that I take in my puppy Marshmallow, right? I take pride in that dog because she has the exotic features, but she has clean feet, good top line, good bite, and putting these dogs together that we have and still creating something like that is something to really be proud of. Because just to produce a fat dog with bone and head, that's easy when that motherfucker got easty westy feet and high rear fucking underbite this far fucking part. It's like you. I mean, I'm sorry, but I take pride in that damn dog because we all have that time where we're breeding for certain things and then we get distracted when all of these things are working. You feel me? Like when you see other people breeding these dogs look like bulldogs underbites and they're winning in the ring and selling a lot of dogs, and it's like, fuck, man. Okay, let me just breed this bullshit. You feel me? Because it's obviously winning. The judges like it, the people like it, and
See, but that's because people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? The more you know, the more you grow. You understand what I'm saying?
bro.
So we got to give them more knowledge about these things. See, and podcasts like this got to go on more with great breeders that breed, and they all about the better in the breed. You know what I'm saying? Because breeding is an artwork too. It's a craft. You just can't put, like, that's me. If I put two tweeners together, do you think I'm gonna get a breed standard out of two dogs that lack breed standard? Like I take a classic pocket to a classic pocket. I'm not gonna get breed standard. I'm gonna get a bunch of more tweeners. And people are selling these tweeners. I call them tweeners. People are selling them as show quality dogs, but they don't fit the standard.
Man,
you know what
I
I'm
just feel
saying?
I just feel like this. If your dog tongue could pat you on the back, bro, you need to rethink your program.
Hey, but see, everybody don't know. A lot of people don't know the knowledge of that because they are not given the knowledge. And that's the thing about it. Knowledge is power.
yeah, like
When you know better, you'll do better.
the young pup I have, he's gonna be a micro exotic dog, but he's a clean dog. I might not win.
Yeah.
I might not win any stack offs, but I'm gonna win in the show ring, But that's more important to me because that's going to be set a standard for my program, And I like healthier dogs. I like genetically sound dogs. So, and it goes by everybody's, when I got into the bully community, I didn't understand when people talk about a vision, because my vision was whatever the standard was for that breed.
And see, that's the difference. A lot of people have their vision, but when it comes to the sanction side, a lot of people's vision are different from what the standard is. So a lot of people breed the show, and a lot of people just breed to breed. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can't. It's hard to knock somebody because we're in America. It's a free country. You know what I'm saying? So, but the best thing we can do is educate as many people as we can when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? So that's the cool thing about it. Like you already know, I give a whole speech before the show. I do handling classes so people can understand. I talk about what the judge expects. I show people So when you get in the ring and you're a newcomer, you
Yeah.
already see we're educating people so they know. Even when I'm in the ring, if you got your show lead on the wrong way, I'll stop you right there before you do it, and I'll say, hey, okay, this is the way it should go.
Right. It needs even I think the fun show should operate the same way. You know, if somebody's not doing it the correct way or whatnot, it'll help them out a lot more. But hey, I enjoy it. Major Key, he's gonna be a champion. I'm gonna make sure of that, and we're gonna roll on. And I'm gonna do my part in the program, man. And that's and hopefully people will catch on. And that's the reason why we talked about having y'all on, because it needs to be talked about more. The show ring, you know, to help the exotics get a little more healthier and maybe change some people's mindsets on certain aspects of the exotics. Not change the whole thing, period, but man, at least have the dog more of a dog quality life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can increase the longevity of them. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and that's the thing about with breeding.
Let me ask this about the fun shows. Do you think it's possible to make things a little stricter so people that may start changing them to look at it a different way?
See, and that's the thing with a fun show, you can make your own rules.
Yeah.
You can change it how you want to. You know what I'm saying? When you do the fun show, it's your fun show. You can set the standard for your fun show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Say, okay, this is how we're gonna do the fun show now. You know what I'm saying? Kind of how we do ours. We keep ours organized. When we call the categories, we get everybody to stack, and the judge say, okay, stack forward. So we got an organization with it. You just can't go in there and be hollering and all that. We don't do all that unless it's people's choice. When we do people's choice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes we give people an avenue where they can go in and introduce their dog, you know what I'm saying, to people in the crowd, because people might not know them. Because new breeders come out, new people come out. So that's to give people an opportunity, because everybody deserves an opportunity to be, you know what I'm saying? They say, oh, I don't know who this dog is. So people will ask, and then at that point we give people the chance to announce who their dog is. Like we did at the last show where people got in the ring and they announced who they were, their kennels and their dogs' names and stuff.
Alan says no back leg pulling.
System?
I mean, bro, listen, man. Oh, go ahead, Tim. I guess you could elaborate on that.
What'd he say?
No back leg pulling.
Back leg pulling.
Yeah, basically, you know how people be stretching their dog back legs out.
Oh, no. See, you gotta see. No, you don't Superman your dog. That's what we call a Superman. That's a Superman. No, you don't do that. You don't stretch them out that long. What it's supposed to be, where from the hip down at an angle is where it's supposed to go through to the hocks, then to the, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could put up pictures and stuff. I put up educational posters all the time. And I created a
lot of people don't know. A lot of people only way of hiding their high rear, stretching their back legs out because their stifles are so stiff. But it's like when you have a dog with good angulation in the back, but still has a slight high rear, like that's what load the hawks mean. You can hide that shit good.
Or they load the hawks when the dog's got short upper forearms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's automatically gonna give you a high rear. But I've taken the time to write I got a little booklet that I put together. I wrote myself, and it's about 50 pages, and I passed out at my shows. Yeah. I gave everybody that was there the booklet so they can understand breeds and breed standards, like angulation, parts of the dog, and stuff like that. I did that out of my own pocket. At my free show, I gave everybody in there, and I mailed off booklets to people that wanted.
Right, I got one.
Because educating in the community is the only way we can do better. We can grow together.
Hey, this is a educational live. So the people that's on here, man, y'all go ahead and share it out like y'all do all the rest of them when everybody cracking jokes and talking down on people. Educational. Share it. Get it out there. We all care. We all need it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the education is the biggest piece of learning anything, you know. So to better the breed, education like the information that Tim is passing out, dropping the gems as some call is really helping everybody. Now, do you think with the fun shows, could there be like a point system?
For what?
I mean, that's easy. I mean, if you want to establish a point system, like with my winter extravaganza, I have a handlers competition that I designed my own point system for.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not hard if somebody would like to do that and establish a point system for their fun show. I mean, it's possible.
Well, like for some fun shows that people come with certain dogs, and the dogs may not. I'll just give an example. May not be able to walk, right? They can't really function.
Oh, you're talking about a point system on a cue card, like you mark off points for when it comes to showing the dog.
Yeah, so in the fun show, you got your stack off or whatever. Well, this dog has a tail, this one doesn't. Boom, or something like that. Not a true point system, but because some people are using these dogs in the fun shows as examples or standards to breed too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're 100%. Yes, whoever hosts a fun show, they can do that. I mean, it's not hard.
Okay.
It's easy. A point system, you can do a little cue card and you put the dog's name on it. And when it's time to that cattle, you go to that next dog. And then you just mark off on a cue card. You have different faults or flaws or stuff like that you can mark off. And it'll come up to the point system. But it'll take longer though. Because I'm gonna tell you why. When I was in Spain, when I first came in the ring and the dog come in front of me, I had a point system that I had to give each dog. And then they'll go around and they'll stack up. Then the next dog, I had to write the point. I had to mark off the blocks. If it was a breed standard or if it was breed type, all of that. And that's how they do in the ABW. Because they set the standard for their dogs. And if that dog don't fit the breed standard, then you can't show it.
Okay. Now we have a viewer on here that said that's saying, what platform do you put your educational posts on?
I put them on my I put it on the ICBR website and I do it on my own personal page all the time.
It's Timothy Sinclair. That's coming from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, you might have to get past the Superman and the Bat Dollar, and then you'll get to some of the other educational things.
And then Alan says, how big does my following have to be to host a fun show?
A fun show?
I don't think they do it. I think you have to host a sanctioned show and then have a fun show within there.
Yeah, that's what I do. I host my sanctioned show and then I do my King of the Ring fun show, which I had developed it a long time ago, and then I just brought it back this year because the people been asking about it. Why you stop doing the King of the Ring? Why you stop doing the King of the Ring? Because when I was doing the ABKC before they stopped allowing fun shows back in the days, we used to have fun shows at the ABKC show. I would do King of the Ring. I would give away Invictor watches. I would give away TVs, which I still give away TVs now. So that's what my King of the Ring, and it gives people that have never been in. And this is the thing with my fun show. I do my fun show at the beginning of the show before the sanction show, so people can come in.
Quick, Tim, sorry to interrupt you, but if somebody on here from the ICBR or Tim, if you can you put the website down in the comments so I can pin it? Because Keenan says after hearing all this, he's definitely finna register his dog ICBR. So.
Okay, I think Hey, Stephanie, are you still on?
Hey, I don't know. Hey, listen, for the people that's watching on YouTube, bro, y'all see that person spamming on YouTube, bro, y'all go report that shit, bro, or I'm gonna have to pull the live down off of YouTube.
Okay, I'll post it up. I'll post it up now, Robert. Let me get to there on my phone, and then I'll post it up for you. I'll post it in the comments. Here we go.
Yeah. So for everybody, my bad. Look, bro, I'm over here hurt, so I couldn't really run around and set this up the way I wanted to. Or y'all know me, man. Hit one of the comments, y'all get a link to the website. But
it's ICBRK9s.com. I just posted it. And we
Yeah.
got one tomorrow, and Metro Bullies Coalition is throwing one tomorrow in Maryland. It'll be the first ICBR show in Maryland. So and we just had one in Mississippi this past weekend with Ruel Mango Bang. So we did an ICBR with his fun show this past weekend in Mississippi.
Yeah, I watched that on the live. Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, Ruel be tripping, bro. Only guy I know that fuck with me tough, and everybody be telling him you should let me judge the exotic class, bro. Bruh.
So
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I met him last year when he came to Fayetteville at Free Smoke's meet and greet or show.
the cookout.
Yeah, cookout.
Yeah, he's having it. He connected the ICBR to his show this year, Free Smoke. So we got one sanctioned ICBR show at the cookout.
October.
How many representatives is the host required to pay for to come out?
One representative. Unless, and here's the thing, you have one representative, but we try to ask the host to have at least one or two people to help the representative. Because if you have a double show, you want to leave the registration books open for show 2. And with just one rep, it's hard to do that because she'll have to rep inside the ring. Or you can have somebody that's capable of ring stewarding. That's what we ask. Most of the time, like if we go to a show or something, I'll go because I'm a judge and a rep. So I usually help out with the books and everything if I'm there. And most of the time I MC. So she, Stephanie, most of the time with me, she'll leave the books open. She'll keep doing the books, and I'll go in and ring steward and MC the ICBR side of the show. So
now I have a viewer that asked, yeah, and you spoke about it earlier about the Washington State shows that may be coming or that's in the plans. Can you address that?
Yes. We're coming to the Pacific Northwest. Actually, Stephanie's from Washington State. So we're working on venues there right now. We're just waiting to for the venues to call us back. And we'll be coming that way the beginning of 2023. So we're working on trying to get 2 or 3 shows there in Washington State and 2 or 3 in California. So we're working on that and stuff.
Information on the ICBR website.
Yes, all the show events are up throughout to this year, and we're getting ready to post. Well, we're actually getting our banners made for 2023 because we just locked in dates yesterday. So we're getting our flyers made up for 2023 with our graphic designer now. So we'll have them up here in the next month or so.
And Ruel, I did talk to Rob earlier today, and I think you should throw a show, get together, throw a show in California, at least on Rob's side of the state. That way, it has more attention on that side as well.
Yeah, because the show in Vegas, man, it was sold out. Like they ran out of room. Like the venue couldn't even hold no more. The fire marshal came in. He was like, "Listen, y'all can't let no more people." And the line was still through the parking lot.
Man.
So this year for their ICBR show, they got to get a bigger venue. So they're working on it.
If I'm not mistaken, Avalon, I think you said Stephanie was up in Southern California, correct? Or you guys are
Stephanie's from Seattle, Washington. She's here with me. That's my girl. She's
okay. When we say Southern California, we mean at San Diego, Los Angeles, up that way, Fresno.
No, she's from Washington State.
Okay, so you're saying Southern California like a guy from out of state. Okay, when we say Southern California, we mean up that way. You feel me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I used to stay in San Diego. I spent 7 years in San Diego. I love San Diego. I love Pacific Beach.
Yeah, see, we need to get something going on down here in Northern California because it seemed like after COVID, man, it just been kind of dry here in Northern California.
And here's the thing, y'all don't when it cools down or whatever. After this, hit me up, man. Just hit me up and we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
because I love doing outdoor shows and stuff like that. So outdoor venues I love them because it takes it back to the kickback days. You know what I'm saying?
See, we can't do outdoor in my city, bro. Where I live at, bro, we 105, 110.
No, I'm talking about when it cools down. Like we could do an
Well,
indoor show and
outdoor event, like even right now in midsummer, if you want to throw something outdoors in Northern California midsummer, you could throw it Oakland, San Francisco. You feel me? Because they stay in the 70s even during the
yeah,
summer.
yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. So if so, like I said, if people want us to bring a show there, only thing we have to do, see, it's hard for us to find venues because we're on the East Coast. So we need to connect with people that, you know what I'm saying, that knows venues and know where to be the best place to host the show at.
Well, yeah, like I said, man, anytime if you want to come to Northern California, bro, just let me know. Let me know what size, approximately what you're looking for as far as the venue, or if it's outside. Let me know what you want to do, bro, and I can find it here.
Okay. Yeah,
Because like
that's
I said,
hey,
my guy Three Amigos, bro, I mess with Three Amigos tough, and he definitely is in full support of the ICBR, and even talking to you on here. I've been knowing you for some years. We never really engaged a lot, but I've been watching you for some years, and like I said, I like what you stand for. You feel me? And that's the main thing. I like what you stand for, and I'm behind it definitely.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're just trying to give people a home where they can come and enjoy and bring their kids. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy the day. Hey, network, have fun, great food, everything. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? And
you
and
had me
that's what
when
the ICBR about.
you said 2 weeks on the paperwork. You had me. You feel me? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's the office is really fast. At one, like I said, we got kicked back because Terry's wife passed away. So, suddenly she just passed away. So she was running, doing the paperwork in the office. So we had to spool people up, but get them back in so they can learn how to do the paperwork in the office and stuff. So, but it's up and going now. Like, soon as we get the paperwork to the office for the show, they're already on it and sending it out within a week or so. So the
yeah,
turnaround
'cause
is
I ain't gonna
super
lie,
fast.
I've been waiting on my paperwork for months, and the registry's like, "Hey, look, we just now getting to May on the paperwork that was sent in." Like, bruh, come, like, damn, you feel me? I mean, that
Like
that that
I
just
just and like a lot of people have been asking, this is I don't know if you see it. This is what the ICBR paperwork look like, and then here's the inside. So and it
and y'all
has
know
everything.
that cost because they got color on their paperwork.
So and I mean
What
we're
else
like
you
I
got?
said, we're steadily growing and stuff. It's with like March we hit a year, so we're like what, a year and 4 months right now. July 12th made a year and 4 months for us being established, and we have over 7,000 dogs in Philippines registered. I'm not sure. I know it's over 2,000 in Ireland, and then we have a lot in the United States. And now we're working on. We've moved over to Trinidad, and we're working on Denmark and some other states and stuff. So
Yeah, like I said, I plan on coming down to one of the Carolina shows this year, man, because I definitely want to get my female in the ring with some of the breeders out there, you know.
yes,
Um,
sir.
but man, like I said, man, I wish y'all start having some in California because, like I said, man, North Carolina, man, that's a
We coming, man. I'm telling you. That's like I said. I will like I love hosting shows. That's what I do. I'll bring my show if I can find a venue or people hit me up. Um, I'll bring the show out to California stuff. So I have my own team, which we travel with Stephanie. She's the rep. She's always with me. Um, and then I hire the judges, and then we go. I'll fly the judges out there, and we'll go. You know what I'm saying? So we've already done that.
because, like I said, right now, man, I mean, not North Carolina, I'm sorry, but Northern California, man, is just dying for a show, bro.
Yeah.
And right now I don't even see one in the future from nobody because what I'm starting to see with a lot of these show hosts, they're planning these venues where they see other people throw shows that are big. You feel me? And
Yeah.
since a lot of these people are new, they don't realize that Northern California used to crack like before COVID. A lot of these breeders have
Oh
came into the
yeah.
game, yeah, during COVID. So they don't realize
Yeah.
like this is a place to throw shows.
Like we were supposed to, right when COVID hit, we had a show planned in LA, but we had with the COVID restrictions, they wouldn't let us host it. So I'm working with my man's Keys now, and we're working on putting a show out in LA again, bringing the ICBR to LA and stuff. So we're working on all of those venues and stuff like that. So that's the biggest thing. By me being over here, it's hard for me to find a venue over there. And the thing about it, like I tell her, I don't want to step on nobody's toes when it comes to stuff. So I do stuff the right way. Like if somebody got a show on a date and my show was already up, I'll move my show because I rather do that so everybody has the opportunity to come out and show. Because some people get stuck between registry. Well, I'm gonna pick this show and not go to this show. So I rather move.
Stephanie just said in the comments, I used to go to 5 or 6 Northern California shows a year. Bro, we used to have popping over here.
Yep. Because she was in Seattle. She used to drive over to California and stuff.
Yeah.
So she used to be over there all the time. And I stayed right there in San Diego. So, like I said, man, we'll do it.
I'm a registered ICBR, man, as soon as I get my paperwork. But it only been like 3 months. So I figure in another like 9 months I should have it.
Now we have a viewer that say they definitely going to put their boy into the ICBR as well.
Yes. All right, come on out, man. We have a great time at shows. It's all about the experience. You know what I'm saying? I give them the real show experience because I know what people expect out of shows because I've shown for so long.
Yeah.
So I know what people expect, and I try to give everybody that experience so they be like, okay, I feel like this is great. You know what I'm saying? This could be a home for me.
Oh, because Stephanie said we'll be there soon. She planning one now, I guess, in Northern California. Well, hey, definitely, man, let's link up because I am definitely in touch with all of the Northern California breeders. For sure.
Yeah, we're working on a lot of stuff for 2023. So, like I said, man, we're coming. We're up and growing. We're not competing against nobody. We're in our own lane. I support everybody. I support all the registry because when I was showing, I showed in all the registry. And I have I have quadruple champions, triple champions. I have a female that's champ. I had a female that was champed out in 5 different registries. So, you know what I'm saying? And I produced her. So, showing and handling is my first love. Sometimes I'd rather do that than judge because people start talking junk. Oh man, you ain't got it. You old now. Yeah, I'm almost 50, but I'll run circles around you in that ring though.
Man, I wish I could walk right now, bro. I'm over here in this chair in pain in the motherfucker, man. But this I messed up my back the other day. But this is just something that has to get out there. Like I said, man, the educational part of these lives are very important, because we have people coming into the game and they're seeing all the drama and they seeing all the views that people are getting on the drama. So they starting to feel like that's the way to go. Let's call people out.
That's the thing we talked about the other day. I said, man, how can these people have 300 views, 300 people on a live over drama, but they won't even click on educational stuff that's going to help them better themselves and better their program. But see, that's how society is right now. We live in a drama-full society. You know what I'm saying? So
what I notice about the dog community is people don't feel they need to learn anything because they have a mentor that they trusted that sold them some bullshit and they told them it was going to be fire. So they believe in it, and I'm not going to use a dog name, but let's just say I had stud number 1, and then I'm hyping my stud up, and then you breed to your dog, you get some bullshit. And I'm telling you, bro, that's going to be fire. Now you sitting there promoting this shit and I'm giving you all type of wrong information. But then you see a live like this where people are willing to give you the right information. Oh, no, because Robert told me that this was fire and this is this. You feel me? The motherfucking fruit roll-up tongue, man, it just come with all exotics. And bro, I've heard this shit.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But that's the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? And that's where people like you with your lives, we have all the viewers, you and 3 amigos, y'all can make an impact by educating people. Like, no, this is what it's supposed to be. And you can bring people on that can educate that has a lot of history in exotics, that's bred exotics, you know what I'm saying? That know what it's supposed to be. Or
well, see, the good thing is what I like about my platform, bro, is not just exotic breeders. I mean, honestly, I mess with more Excel breeders than I do anybody, to be honest with you. And I think I get along with these other breeders just because I know dogs. Yes, I choose to breed exotics, but I'm not one of those exotic breeders that's gonna be like, bro, this shit is fire, this shit is healthy. Nah, I know these are pieces of shit. I just love these motherfuckers and I'm trying to do better by them. You feel me?
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
yeah, and that's me. I used to breed XLs. I had some of the top XLs, you know what I'm saying? When I was breeding dogs. I had some bad XLs. And I deal with a lot of XL breeders. Miss Shirley, she's always at my show. She does the XL strong movement at all my shows. I like she said, "Hey Tim, I want to do the XL movement show at yours or XL King and Queen of the Ring." She does it at my shows. All my shows. I allow her to because what she's doing, she's helping pushing what the breed standard should be for the XLs and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, me, man, I'm all about bettering the community and helping people grow. If I can help you skip 5 steps, then why wouldn't you take the advice?
Cause see, a few years ago, I created what we call the positive movement, man, and it was at a time where pocket breeders didn't want to fuck with classic breeders, XL breeders didn't want to fuck with exotic breeders, and what I did was I found two people from every class that I have been watching for years that represented the breed in a good way, and I brought all of them together on one page because the commonality that we had was we all pick up dog shit. You feel me? That was and we need to start teaching the community like there's no reason to hate another breed of dog or a person because of the dog that they breed, bro. And it was a good thing. It was a really good thing. You feel me? Until people even wanted to talk down and hate on that. And it's like, bro, how do you hate on people trying to educate? You know,
But
why
that's
first of all,
that's
why do we hate on people that's just trying to do better?
Yeah,
You know?
but
that's
I mean I can't.
jealousy comes into play. You know.
Yeah, you're right, and you got to understand. Listen, jealousy been around. The Bible says jealousy is as cruel as the grave. So how
Right.
cruel is the grave? It's dark and cold.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing about it is, I'm never gonna hate on nobody because here's the thing about it. No, nobody that you hate on, you can stop them. You can be your own worst enemy, and if you look at the word enemy in me, you're
Right.
the only one that can stop yourself. There's nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you from greatness. You can be your own setback by your mindset and you not believing in yourself, but nobody else can stop you. You can say all day, "Hey Tim, you can't do this and you can't do that," and I already got it made in my mind, man. Listen, I can do whatever I want to.
See, JoJo said, Rob, you're the one that got me watching and showing my bulls. I remember when JoJo first came into the game, Betsy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get this guy your information so you could talk to him, man." Met JoJo, never met him in person, but talked to him. JoJo, bro, good dude, man, good dude. Started bringing him on the live, start participating in the lives, man. And now, shit, he out there at the shows with y'all. You know, I'm seeing pictures and shit. Now
Yep.
he out there fucking with y'all. You know, and getting out there. Like I said, I remember when Trey came into the game. Like
His,
I've seen a lot.
it's his daughter in the show ring as well. She was in the last
Yes.
show and she was
Yeah,
showing, doing a great job. So I had the pleasure of meeting him at the last show. Great guy, great family, and his daughter's doing very well. So that's the
And that's
next
what it's all about, man. Like that little girl lit up in the ring when she got in there. Oh
right.
man, I was just standing there smiling because that's what motivates me. When I
Yeah.
see people come out for the first time and they've never been in a sanctioned show or none of the shows and they really enjoy themselves and they come back and say, "Man, listen, I really appreciate you hosting this and having us here. You did free boots because nobody do free boots and give back." They was like, "Man, we appreciate you." I'm like, "Man, this is what I do. I do free boots all the time. I do my veteran shows. I salute my veterans all the time. I give out awards to my veterans for my veteran shows. I do free boots. I do all of that stuff because it's about helping people further themselves and helping them out. It's not about all the rest of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about being seen. I can be in the back not being seen because ask Stephanie, she'll tell you I don't like being out there in the ring all the time, but I'll go out there. You know what I'm saying? I just like to sit back, talk, and joke around. Me and three amigos sit around the ring, joke, laugh and stuff. That's what I like to do. Go around and talk to people and network.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, you having a good time? Anything I can do for you, anything you need.
That's true.
And that's what it's about.
And that's what I enjoy about the ICBR. And I told Robert, before when we had conversation, the politics is out of it. I don't like going to places where there's a whole bunch of politics because that brings drama. But the ICBR, there's not a lot of politics involved.
Yeah, everything seemed good, but like I said, man, I've seen a live, and it was discouraging.
Went left field.
Yeah, it was.
It went left field. Yeah, and it should have never went there. But see, this is the thing about it. Like I tell everybody, you can't control people in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Some people just gonna do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want, and think there's no repercussions to it. But when you pull other people into it, you're damaging people's character and you're downgrading stuff for no reason, just to make yourself look like something. You know what I'm saying? So it's best. You can't control nobody. So sometimes I have to go and do damage control because I'm the damage control man. So that's why I hit you up. I feel like
this. We all grown men, and at this point in life,
we're all grown, but not everybody's adults. We haven't matured.
Well, from 16 and up, you've always heard the term consequences and repercussion. You always heard these terms. You feel me? Hey, listen, man, you make your bed, you gotta sleep in it. We've all heard these terms. Don't think something you say or something you do has no repercussion. And when you're standing up for a brand, like with me, I stand up for my own brand. I do what the hell I want. I say what I want. Granted, I should have a little more respect for my brand sometimes. I should. But when someone else instills that trust in you to respect their brand, come on, bro. Listen, man, at this point, you have to be who they need you to be because these are the opportunities that you've been waiting for anyway. So when you engage in all of this drama with people who have no opportunities, with people who have no platform, with people who have no dogs, while everyone is laughing, you are the only one that's going to be taking the loss. And I'm not saying any names, but I'm sure the person, if he's still on here, he knows who I'm talking about.
But that's the thing. It goes with it. You got to understand. The Bible says, "Whatsoever man soweth, he shall also reap."
Right.
So, whatever you feed into, it's gonna come back to you, and that's what people, like you said, repercussions. Like your mom said, don't touch that stove, and it's because it's hot, and you want to be grown and touch the stove, and then you get your hands burnt. That's the repercussions of doing
I'm
what.
telling you, man. Look, when my platform was at its biggest, man, I'm stirring the pot. You feel me? Granted, I never came after nobody, but I was stirring the pot. I'm talking about, and when it got thick again, hey, we add water. We finna keep stirring this motherfucker. You feel me? But I realized while everybody was laughing and having fun, I was the only one losing out on stud credits. I was the only one losing out on puppy sales. You feel me?
Because people don't want to deal with you. They see how you are. Because listen, when you expose yourself, everything's seen. That's why sometimes we have to learn. See, that's why we have one mouth and two ears. Because you're supposed to listen more than you speak. And a lot of people listen to respond instead of listen to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They rather respond before they think about and listen to what you said. They just go off deep end. Like a lot of people go from 0 to 1,000 without even thinking about it. And then when they get off, they're like, man, I messed up.
My dad used to tell us that when we was kids. If you thinking about what you finna say, you ain't listening.
Exactly. You're exactly right. And that's what happens a lot.
So with the ICBR, they do have a policy on misrepresentation of the organization, right?
Oh yeah. That's the first. Listen, the first thing we tell when you come on, I tell everybody, and we, like I said, we have a judges meeting every week almost. We have our own. We have our own meeting where all of us are on just like this.
Yeah.
So we're all in the group. We can see each other, and we discuss breedings. We discuss policies. We discuss the new stuff that's coming in. And here's the thing about it. Before they became a judge, I tell them all the time, when you think people not watching, they're watching. So if you representing what do I look like? I'm representing the Marine Corps and I'm going out with my uniform on half on, and I got shorts with my dress blue jacket on. I'm a misrepresentation of the Marine Corps. I'm gonna get MJP for that. I'm going to the brig. They gonna throw the book at me.
Since you said that, that's why I didn't like the reserves when I got out the military, National Guard. That's why I didn't like.
They do anything.
Hey, I showed up the first drill. You know they had.
Nah, you didn't like it because you didn't want to be no weekend warrior. That's what it was.
Hey, look, they showed up in it. They showed up. They did a recall, right? And we went in, and everybody was dressed in any old way. Some people came in their pajamas and this and that. I was not accustomed to that, so I couldn't.
Man, listen. I was a staff sergeant in the reserve. I was in there a year, still didn't get no uniforms.
See,
I was going in sweatpants and a t-shirt. I said, man, I can't do this.
I couldn't deal with that.
It drove me crazy.
Yeah, I was the same way.
Because just like the ICBR, I love organization.
Exactly.
And Stephanie will tell you, like, no offense, I train her to the T when it comes to doing them books. I let her loose, organize her own shows now. She hosts her own shows. I don't have nothing to do with it. I taught her to the T how to do everything. Right. When I had COVID, she went out and hosted shows because I couldn't walk.
Right.
She would make sure I was good, and she would go out and host a show and come back.
Raul. Now I'm gonna call you Raul since you want to say I don't know some Raul.
My first show with ICBR was last year, and it was the Veterans Day, and you were still on crutches then. Or you had crutches as well, yeah.
I came in on crutches. That was the first time I was out of the house.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. So, I just got over COVID. I couldn't walk. I was in the bed for 4 months. I lost 147 pounds. I went from 245 to 147.
I was in the same boat. I knew I didn't lose walking or anything like that, but I was down for like 3 months, and I was on the brink of really not being here today. And my lungs, my lungs are still damaged. I got COPD from it and a whole lot of long-term symptoms. But that's the reason why I got into the bullies, because I couldn't do the German Shepherd.
Working dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
what you mean by that, man? Hey, bullies can work, man. What you mean?
No,
but not like the dogs that he work with.
hey, y'all military dudes ain't finna team up on me out here, bro.
Listen, guys. We're actually bringing weight pool, luring courses, and all of that to the ICBR. So we're working on that right now. Like lure courses.
Marshmallow gonna be ready, bro. Y'all got 10 pounds. She ready.
Listen, we're gonna do weight pulling, lure courses. We're working on dock diving and stuff like that. Okay. So we got we're working on I forget the name of it. Citizenship. Well, it's not gonna be called citizenship, but you know, like the AKC and the UKC does.
AKC good citizen. Nah, UKC don't even have it. It's just AKC.
UKC has something else. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, but AKC
has one. Good citizen.
Actually, you want to know something? It could be because last time I checked with that, it was I want to say like 2010, because I'm registered K9 good citizen for AKC.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm certified dog trainer, certified animal behavior, and I just felt like doing things like that was good to have on a resume. You feel me? Working with animals in disaster. You know, I do a lot of stuff when it comes to these dogs. You feel me? And decide to take it further and just go get certified for things, man, because the certifications and the courses, they're out there. And for some of you, if you look at the FEMA website, some of these classes are free. You can go to the FEMA website, and some of these classes are free.
And that's the thing about it. I'm 2 classes away from having my vet tech degree. And I'm also, which I can't do it because I can't sit in closed areas now with my PTSD. So my last 2 classes are seated classes. They're chemistry and stuff. So that's the only reason why I don't have my vet tech degree. But I have my business degree.
I'm certified vet tech too. I ain't really trying
to
play big bang over here, but
I have my business degree. I have a degree in physical education with a minor in sports medicine. I have my aviation degree. I'm certified in wiring and all of that for airplanes and everything.
Now I feel like you're throwing shots. Now I feel like I gotta run down my
No. I'm just saying.
Now I feel like I gotta run down my river. I'm just fucking with you.
and like I want to go where I can do. I'm working on now. I want to do the PTSD program in the Icbr. So I want to get trained where I can. I got a young lady I've been talking to. She's like, if you send me the dogs, I can certify them. She's in Alabama. She can certify them as PTSD dogs and send them back to me, and then we can place them. So that's something that I'm working on right now for the Icbr, for a PTSD program with service dogs, for military vets and stuff. Because all of my buddies, man, I got a lot of friends that still in there. They're really messed up for all the war scenes and stuff that we seen.
I got a brother, bro, that's, that was in Iraq and all of that too, and Kuwait, back then. And look, man, people think PTSD is a joke until you know somebody, that seriously has it.
Yeah,
you spoke about the sitting down in the classroom environment. That's the reason why I don't have a tent at the shows. I just got the table and the backdrop behind me, because I can't take the
covering
open. I just can't have that over me. It's hard for me to deal with. So I don't have a tent. I just got the backdrop and the table.
Saying with me, like even when I go in a restaurant, I got to sit in a certain place because I got to be able to see everything.
Exactly. I feel
it's just something.
It's a real thing.
I can't help it. You know what I'm saying?
But see, and like I try to tell people too, even being out here, like I said, I mean, the choices I've made in my life out here have put me in those situations too, where I feel like I have developed PTSD over times in my life. Like I said, I mean, some of the situations I've been in, being shot, stabbed, pistol whipped, I feel exactly the same way. You feel me? I really don't even like to go to certain places in certain areas. When I do go in somewhere, I have to sit somewhere where I'm not seeing through the windows. I'm in a corner, concrete. You feel me? I mean, it's happening.
Man, I people watch like a mug.
Yeah, bro.
I watch everything that's moving. I can't help it. Like,
bro,
if
you look at me too much and scratch your back, best believe my hand is on it. You feel me?
Listen, Stephanie goes, how you see that? Like, I watch, like, I can just glance and know everything.
Like, definitely no movie theater, bro. Movie theater is at my house. We're not going. You feel me? For sure.
In the Icbr shows, I don't have to worry about that. And some of the other shows I've been to, there's things that happen at those shows, that bring back different memories or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And you're the wrong person to be put in that situation. I'm just saying, like, I'm the wrong person to be put in that situation.
It's true.
People that's trained, listen, man, I'm trying to tell you, they're the worst ones to try to put them in a situation.
Well, see, like I said, I never, been in the military for my training, but, I train mostly every day of my life here. Cook shooting.
Oh, yeah, I understand
fighting, shoe fighting, boxing. I've done it all. I've done it all to make sure that no matter what position I'm in, I'm always going to be safe. Like, we do shit like we go paintballing in the woods for 2 weeks. You feel me? No food. No, nothing. We go out there, we play war. You feel me? And it's for survival techniques. I take my kids. You feel me? Hey, look, this never know where you gonna end up. You feel me? But this is what it is.
But like you said, you could get PTSD from anywhere, but there's categories to it. You know what I'm saying? Like war is totally different from a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different depth of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do fireworks or none of that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, when 4th of July, I'm in my man cave because I can't hear nothing. Yeah. That's me. I stay in there.
Well, see, I got kids, so I got to do fireworks, but I'm out there like Rambo. You feel me? Hey, bruh, straight up. Hey, straight
let me
up. You better not come down this street and turn your lights off. Don't do it. You gonna fucking rocket launcher gonna fly down this bitch.
Rob, don't let me find out that you out there in the prone position, crawling around on the ground.
No.
Uh,
Hey, I swear to God, I will, bruh. Listen, man. Hey, bruh, like I said,
just
I'm just not that guy from life experiences, you know. Like I said, it done been times, like I said, with my oldest son, when he was a baby, motherfucker come in my house, wake me up, knocking on my head with a gun. You feel me? Listen, bruh. It's just certain habits now that ask Ruel when he came over here. You feel me, bruh? It's a gun everywhere. You feel me? I mean, it's a gun everywhere.
I don't want to talk about my arsenal. I plead the fifth on that.
Security is a big thing for me, and I have it all in every room.
See, a lot of people don't know at my show, I have a lot of people in there that's trained. My buddies and stuff with concealed weapons permit, and their security.
Yeah.
But see, a lot of my buddies that I grew up with, they're sheriffs and state troopers and police officers in my town, and they show dogs.
Yeah.
Like the ones that came out at the last show when what's his name locked his keys in his car. Those are all my buddies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I got a question. One of the viewers asked, "What about DNA and like with AKC?" So when I brought imported dogs in from Netherlands or Germany or whatever, all the dogs had to be DNA to register their litters.
Mm-hmm.
Icbr looking into DNA.
Yeah, we're looking into all of that. We're working on, like I said, we only been a year and a month, 4 months, but we got a lot of stuff that's in the process that we're building. I mean, it'll take about a year or 2 years for us to get it totally up and running because it's a process. We have to get all the systems and stuff and everything in place. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like building a house. We got to start with the foundation, get the walls and stuff up and the roof, and then everything in. Then we'll start decorating the inside.
And
so
we're
working on all of that.
And you guys are more up to date, man, because from what it sounds like, you guys are dealing with a lot of developers and stuff like that to get systems in order. Man, hey, look, salute to y'all for that, because that's what I'm into. I don't give a shit, bro. I feel like, hey, bro, if I could program something to make me use the bathroom, I'm gonna do it, bro. I believe in software. I believe in algorithms. This is, bro, this is life now, and it's going to get even more detrimental to our lifestyle. So you have to start to get involved in it. You have to start to get involved in programming. You have to. This is going to be life. This is life.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff that we're developing and we're adding to the ICBR. And we're continuously growing, you know what I'm saying, week after week. We got a great judging staff, which we're getting ready to revamp our judging staff. And Miss Rebecca Harris is taking over for the judging program. So she'll be doing a lot of the training and stuff like that. And so we got a lot of stuff that we're working because we want everybody on our staff to be education so they can you know what I'm saying, be informed. So when it comes to you getting that ring, you will know everything. Because all of us don't know anything about every breed. Like if a new breed shows up, I'll go to the AKC website and I'll look at and read over the standard. You know what I'm saying? If like the Shibu Inu, that dog was just showed up at our last show. Like the one that cryocurrency, Shibu Inu.
He was like, "What the hell is it?"
one of the dogs was at our last show. So we introduced it to the crowd because they didn't know either. I mean, I knew what it was because I deal with cryocurrency. So
hey Rob, they look like little small, maybe.
Oh no, I seen them
off like a Akita or something. But
like a little fox, like a fox hound.
I've seen them, but to have one at a show, especially that type of show, is like, damn, okay.
Well, let me tell you, we had the Azawak. It's like a breed that nobody's seen that the AKC has. They was at our show, and the Tibetan Mastiff.
Yeah,
we had them at the show. And South African Boer Bulls, like what is it? Short hair terrier, soft hair terrier. Yeah, all of those.
Chow.
Yep, the Chow Chow.
I thought about bringing UVA, but
I could answer this. I could answer this. I can answer this, but I get this is for Timothy. It says, are y'all going to educate the people about the truth of exotic bullies and American bullies? Are y'all going to be strict and require people to start DNA testing their litters?
We haven't gotten to that. We've been talking about it, but we haven't made a decision yet. So, but we will be offering DNA. So, I'm not sure. It depends on Terry. Like he's the owner, and you know what I'm saying. So we have a panel that we go and discuss everything. Then we bring it down to our judges and stuff, and then we discuss and we make decisions. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna be best for the registry and further the registry's growth.
Well,
So
see,
I mean,
I feel it's pointless if a representative of the registry is not doing the actual DNA, because sending out DNA kits, bro. The only thing, what I could still just go DNA that bulldog I'm using. You
yeah,
feel me? You
yeah.
know, so
But it's but how will all of us go out and DNA all one person or a couple of people go out and DNA all these dogs themselves? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to at some point people gonna have the integrity to do what's right. Because like my dad used to say, and my drill instructor used to say, I can't hold your hand everywhere you go.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
TBD hijack says, what about designer bulls? Let me answer that first. A designer bull is nothing more than an exotic dog, and the people just had a big dog, so they wanted to be different, so they called it a designer bull. A designer bull is nothing more than an exotic.
Yeah.
Um,
But we did have Jason Griggs have designed his own breed. I'm not sure. He took a shorty bull to a Pacific bulldog, and it's called the Munchkin.
Yeah, but see,
And
when
he
he says
has
designer breed,
generations of it.
when he says designer breed, what he means is Lewis and Ivan that owns Bape. They,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they basically titled it a designer bull and then registered and then went on with partners with the IBR. So IBR registered as a designer bull.
Oh, okay, I understand. But a designer breed is something like a doodle, the doodle breeds. That's a designer breed. Like
yeah.
Labradoodles, what's the French doodle, all of those. So
Hey, Rudy. I'm not putting the link in the comments because this is an interview for the ICBR members. I mean, I'm not members, but ICBR judges, owners, and stuff like that. So that's the only reason there's no link. Designer bull is freaky. I
Well,
mean, I get it.
I definitely appreciate you coming on, Tim, and let Terry know the same thing. I appreciate him coming on.
yes, sir.
Time out your schedule to really talk to everybody about it, and open up and let everybody know education and dropping those gems and letting everybody know where you can be found at, So I do appreciate that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all having me on, guys. Listen, y'all, I got to get off here. I got to be up at 2 a.m. driving to host the show in the morning. So, guys, like I said, I appreciate y'all, man, for having us on, man. Anytime I'll come on and talk. I love talking dogs. I can talk all night because this is what I love about hosting shows, breeding dogs, showing dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, and the last thing I want to say, man, listen, with show etiquette and listen, guys, let's help these people that's hosting shows by cleaning up after yourself and washing your dogs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that we should do. And it makes the show, because a lot of judges don't want to touch your dogs if your dog all stinky and stuff. So, I mean, that's something that we need to do better at. Like your dog pee on the floor or poop. We got cleanup crews, but help them so that kids and stuff don't step in the poo or the pee and then spread it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, again, guys, I appreciate y'all for having us on, man. If anybody got any questions, they can message me, or you can go to the icbrcanines.com, look at the website, all the shows, point system, all our staff and everything is up there. Like I said, thank y'all for having me on. And guys, y'all have a blessed night, man. I appreciate y'all.
One other thing, Tim, can you let the viewers know about your sprinkler system that you have? Because right now we're going throughout the United States is going through a very hot spell right now. But you do have a very good system that actually works for the kennels.
12 years ago, I developed a mister system. It's an industrial mister system. that I built myself, and I tested it for like 5 years before I even sold it. I've been using the same ones for like 10 years. So they never go bad. You never have to purchase another one. Only thing you have to do is take the little filter head off and clean it. If you got hard water, put it back in. It's a really fine mist. If you ever been out to California and Arizona, they got those misters when you walk through the mall, the real fine mist.
Yeah.
I developed a mister like that for the dogs. And it'll keep your dogs really cool. It drops the temperature within your kennel setup at like 10 to 15 degrees outside. So it's really, really good. I've been using it, and I've all my buddies have been using it. Like one of my buddies had his for 8 years, and like he always calls me and appreciate me for those. And he has Frenchies that's outside. So like I said, if anybody need any information, I can ship anywhere. I have my own directions how to install it. It's actually PVC pipe, and I send you all the connectors. The only thing you got to do is hook the PVC pipe up to it. If you want to put it on a timer, you can, or you can hook it to the hose pipe.
So you already got the hose drilled in for the little sprinkler things to push in?
It's a connector.
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
not no drill in. So you unscrew. If I had one, I would show you. You unscrew the head out of it, and the little filter drops out. You just take a toothbrush and some Dawn dishwasher detergent, and you clean it out. Because you know when you get hard water, you'll get that build up. And that's all you got to do is clean that. Pop the little nozzle back in there and screw it back on. And now, like I said, I've been using my same ones for 10 years.
Can you drop your information in the comments, Tim?
Yes, I'll drop.
So what it sounds like, then, if you're just looking to clean it, you damn near ain't even got to scrub it. You could probably just move your dogs and run vinegar through your system.
Yeah, if you want to. Matter of fact, here's one. This is what it is.
Oh, got you.
Right there.
So you just hook the PVC pipe up. What you do to clean it, you just unscrew this, and then you pop this little head out, and that's the little and that's the little head that you clean when it gets hard water. Do you pop the head back in there? Because all of this unscrews, and then you just screw it back onto the thing.
Oh, well, hey, well, for the people that don't know, yes, for that you can run vinegar through your system, and not only that, but vinegar is also good to get rid of fleas and ticks.
Yeah.
And like if you got a clogged up drain, you could use baking soda and vinegar. So,
hey, well, salute Timothy Sinclair for coming on Icbr. Y'all make sure y'all check out the website, follow his page. You know, from what I understand, there's a Northern California show coming. So definitely y'all finna hear me on here, maybe with Stephanie and Timothy again. And Calvin, Three Amigos, talking about that show, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, y'all have a blessed night, guys.
Y'all.